Hello, you guys. How's everybody doing? I'm just going to start letting y'all come in. I know I came on late, but I'm here. I tried to sleep, and my puppies kept barking, waking me up. And so now they're asleep. I tried to give me a little nap in, but my rest was broken up. Because I be needing rest. I see 2 people on here. I'm just going to wait for other people to start coming in. I know they sent out the notifications because I heard my phone go out. Hey, London boy. How are you? Hey, positive vibes. I was going to say, are they not sending? I know it's my first time seeing you in here, London boy. I'm glad to have you. What's that? Count Man JT. Count Man JT. That's my first time seeing you in here. Count Man JT. How you doing, Count Man? You doing okay? Is it Count? C-O-U-N-T, Count Man. Okay. What y'all up to on it? I forgot it's a Friday night, and I guess it's cold though. It's cold as hell outside. Who wants to be out on a cold Friday night? Hey, Jamal. It's not Count. Listen, yeah, I be finding myself having to think about how to spell words and how to pronounce words. Is it how C-O-U-N-T? Isn't that how you spell count? How do y'all spell C-O-U-N-T? Yeah, I think I be getting brain fog. He says, I've been watching for a while. Oh, you just don't. I was going to say, I think that's how count is spelled. Okay. Well, I'm glad you came out of the bushes. I didn't want the bush people to come out. It ain't no harm in coming out of the bushes sometimes. I promise you, I be finding myself like when I got ready to, when I was doing the title, I was just saying it's not your first time. Oh, okay. When I was doing the title, I spelled, I don't know, I don't see it on here though. I don't see it on here. I was spelling super on something, and then I looked at it again. I was like, that's not how you spell super. That's supper. I had to change it. I'm telling you, like I have to think because my mind goes, my mind, like it's like a hamster on a pinwheel. I have so many things going on, and I be getting on people's nerve because my attention span, because I have so much going on, I can only give one thing about 2 minutes because I it's 2 minutes and then I'm on to the next thing. Anyway, Sean, I'm waiting for more people to start coming up in here. But I guess it's Friday. But it's been cold. Hey, Joy Loves God. It's been cold. And it's been snowing and all of that. And so I said, remember, y'all, I had been saying, I was like, if we could get past February, it's not going to be any ice storms. Hey, Janet, we did not make it past February. And I was listening to somebody say, hey, Shelly, that it is supposed to be another ice storm. I was like, Lord, I wish the winter would just take his ass on somewhere and sit down somewhere. This guy just said Gotti tour bus was shot up. Oh my God, Gotti's tour bus. Gotti on tour? Who going to see him? Let me see some. I see it happening. His tour bus was shot up in 2019. I see his tour bus got shot up in 2019. Let me see. In Nashville at a concert in 2019. Yeah, he probably got the dates off. Ain't nobody buying no tickets to see him. Mm. What they say, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Um, hey, Maddie Stone. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about Biggie's mom passed away. Rest in peace to Voletta Wallace. Look at me all tied on. Rest in peace to Biggie's mother. She passed away today. Okay, they're saying that reports are she was 78 years old. And I used to love to hear her speak, even though she was Jamaican. She had a Jamaican accent. She was she was educated. She was a teacher. Uh, she was very intelligent. You could tell how intelligent she was, and she was extremely diligent. And wanted to get justice for her son, right? And so when we didn't see her in the media for a while, I know she was getting older and all of that. I had no idea that she was on hospice, but I was reading that she was on hospice. Rest her soul. Hey, I think as strong-willed as she is, because Jamaican women are very strong-willed, okay? Black women in general, but as strong-willed as she is, I think in order for her to have passed on, it is because I think maybe, and hey, I believe in the spiritual world and all of that. I believe that she was able to tap into something in the atmosphere to ensure that probably saw her son. You know what? I remember, I have to tell this story. There was this lady when I was working at the sheriff's office. She was very spiritual. Her name was Evangelist Caesar. She was a counselor for the jail. And she says that, I remember she was telling me that her niece, who was very young, she said she was passing on, okay? And they was standing around her bedside. You know how they call your family in for them to be with you as you pass on. And she said, as her niece was passing on, her niece started talking to her dead brother. She said, and they was trying, they couldn't understand, she was having a conversation with him. And I've often heard people say that when they pass on, they start to see other people, their loved ones that have passed on in the spiritual world, right? And she says that her niece's last word was, she was having a conversation. She said her niece was saying, talking to her deceased brother, saying, "You mean that's all I got to do?" Then her last words was, "Tell God to come and get me right now." And she passed on after she said that. That's a true story. I was like, wow, that's so amazing. And I think with Miss Wallace, with her strong will, she probably got the opportunity after all these years. Biggie passed on. He was assassinated in 1997. Okay, so that's probably been about 27 years ago. she may have had the opportunity to, see his spirit or something like that, and she was ready to go on to another realm, and probably knowing how much more powerful she is in another dimension. I wouldn't be surprised if that case is not solved within the next year or so, because she was strong-willed. I'm sure her spirit will live on. His spirit definitely. He has children. She was very protective. I was listening to Willie D talking about how she definitely grew his assets and all of that so that it could be passed down to another generation. Not gave it away. I listened to Willie D quite a bit. I like him. But to definitely pass on his generational wealth and have that for his children. And she was able to preserve that, right? And grow that, even though I believe, and I have always believed, especially when Biggie was killed, it was something when all of this came up again, because I remember just down through the years, definitely having an interest in it. I remember the first documentary that they did, probably around 1999. And so around 1999, and Biggie, the producer went and spoke with Gene Deal. That's the first time I saw Gene Deal and all of that. And Gene Deal said from the very start who he saw. His story has never changed. Even, you're talking about 27 years ago. When people want to discredit you, you may say and not or the next time, and that'll be a reason for them to discredit you. You don't always say things the exact same way, but probably the foundation and the basis of everything has always been the exact same. Hey, Mr. Parker. Everything has always been the exact same. Okay. So I always felt like, and I think Gene Deal was trying to tell it early on, that when Tupac was killed, Gene Deal kept saying Puffy knew that somebody had to die. Biggie was scheduled to go overseas. He did not want to go to California, and Puffy canceled whatever he had going on overseas to take him to California. He fed him to the wolves. He knew that somebody had to die. It was going to be him or Biggie, and he went and fed Biggie to the wolves. I will always believe that. And I think Miss Wallace knows that. Miss Wallace was quite vocal from time to time as it relates to Puffy. Okay. She was quite vocal, as it relates to insinuating that she felt like Puffy made it have something to do with what happened to her son. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Puffy, he has done quite a bit of stuff to people. Okay. That tells me he used to have green teeth. Okay. So that's confirmation right there that he's a damn monster, right? So when he got some money, he was able to get them popped out and had them to pop in some white ones. Okay, but anybody that's got green teeth is not human. Okay. So let's look at this.
Voletta Wallace, mom to the notorious B.I.G., has died. A tribute shared on her Instagram revealed Voletta died on Friday, with the Associated Press confirming she died of natural causes at her Pennsylvania home. Voletta was 78 years old.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
You have kids who were 9 years of age when he passed away. Who would like to be Biggie. To be honest with you, not all the parts of Biggie I would like for them to have. I would like for them to have his strength, his intelligence.
Voletta was the proud keeper of her son's legacy for decades. Born Christopher Wallace, the rising rap star was gunned down in 1997. His murder at 24 years old remains unsolved.
Tell everybody what BIG stands for.
Business instead of games.
Because of our family, because of our love, And because of our faith in Jehovah God, we can be here today.
While her son famously feuded with friend turned rival Tupac Shakur,
Thank
who
you,
was
Mr.
killed
Parker,
just
for
6
the
months
super
before
chat.
Biggie, Voletta forged a friendship with Tupac's mom, Afeni Shakur, in the wake of their shared tragedies.
I think our message is pretty simple. We're mothers, we're never alone, and that we're united with other mothers in the same situation.
I love Miss Wallace because Miss Wallace is a mother who's lost her child. And I have deep compassion for every mother who's lost her child. It's an awful club to belong to.
We are in pain, but because of all that love that surrounded us, that's encroached us, we can able to stand firm and go on with our lives.
Rest in love to Miss Voletta Wallace. Okay. Like I said, she was a smart woman. I wanted to pull up where she was talking about hold on, you guys. Hold on. Where she spoke about so just last year, in 2024, People's Magazine put out an article saying Miss Voletta Wallace wanted to slap Puffy. Okay. People Magazine says Notorious B.I.G.'s mom, Voletta Wallace declares she wants to slap the daylights out of Sean Puffy Combs. Now, People Magazine is pretty credible. And they may have done an interview with her, and she was probably on a sick bed. You know, folks tell the truth when they, ready to transition on. I think she had been holding a lot of stuff in. Okay, this was last year in May. It says after Rolling Stone published a lengthy article about Sean Diddy Combs' alleged long-time abusive behavior that mentioned the Notorious B.I.G. earlier this week, the late rap icon's mom is speaking out. The investigative story featured interviews with dozens of Combs' friends and colleagues touching on his alleged violence and accusers including Cassandra Cassie Ventura, as well as jealousy over Biggie, born Christopher Wallace, and Tupac Shakur's friendship in the years leading up to their death. Voletta, it says here she was 71 last year, which means she would have been 72 this year. Spoke to Rolling Stone for an interview published on May 30th, telling the outlet she feels sick to my stomach in response to the allegations surrounding Combs, 54, as well as the alleged surface footage of him physically assaulting Ventura in 2016. I'm praying for Cassie. I'm praying for his mother. I don't want to believe the things that I've heard, but I've seen the hotel video, she said. I pray that he apologizes to her. The retired teacher also expressed disappointment to the Bad Boys Record founder and detailed how she'd react in a potential future interaction with him. I hope that I see Sean one day, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylights out of him. And you can quote me on that, declared Voletta, because I liked him. I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm so ashamed and embarrassed. He needs to apologize to his mother. The founder of the Christopher Wallace Memorial Foundation added, I hope to God he sits her down and spills his guts out and apologizes to her. Okay. Anyways, she was over Biggie's foundation. Now, it's funny that they said in that particular article that people had started coming out speaking about how Puffy was jealous of Biggie's and Tupac's relationship, friendship. And I could see that because it seems to me, just based on the rumors that you heard, the interviews of the people that was around him, he actually, it appears, has some type of um fascination with Tupac, right? Some type of obsession. You heard Gene Deal say that when Tupac was killed, after Tupac was killed, Puffy went and started buying all of the clothes, similar to what, just what, like Tupac had worn before. He started going and dating all of the girls that Tupac had dated. Like Sarah Chapman is a girl that Tupac dated. He had a baby with Sally Richardson. Like they said, it's like he had some type of obsession with Tupac. So I could see him, um, you know, trying to turn, him and Biggie against each other, right? He probably wanted Tupac, and Tupac let him know that he wasn't going that route or something like that, right? And he probably was mad at him or something. Who knows? But yeah, that's the only thing that I can see, because Tupac was an artist. I think if Tupac was alive, he definitely would have, I don't know. Tupac was so he was just so woke. Even though he did some things, a lot of things that I didn't agree with, he was highly intelligent, right? His vibration was extremely high. So I really don't even know if he would have still even been in the music industry, based on how evil the industry is. I can't say that he would have still been in the industry. Some people, when their vibration is high and they're extremely intelligent, it's something about the evilness that surrounds the industry. The money ain't even worth it anymore, because basically people are just doing whatever they do for the money, right? They're selling their souls for the money and for the fame, and they still ain't getting nowhere. Okay, on crack. Okay, and to the nut house. I told you all about the lady that played on Ally McBeal. She a very pretty lady. Her name was, what is that lady's name? I think they've since had her to come out to because I don't even know what Ally McBeal was about. Now, when you pull up Ally McBeal, okay, Lisa Nicole Carson. Now, Miss Carson is very beautiful, okay? And we used to see her in a lot of movies like Love Jones. Y'all remember she was Neil Long's friend in Love Jones, right? Now, she's spoken about at some point being bipolar, but I don't think she didn't suffer with it before until she got to Hollywood. Okay. She didn't suffer with it before until she got to Hollywood. And so the rumor was that here she go. I want to put her picture up. I know everybody remembers her. Okay. The rumor is, of course, we all heard about the casting couch and all of that. And it used to be, I guess it's been all the time that men were getting on the casting couch too, but it was more prevalent for the women, right? And so hey, the rumor is, okay, one of the reasons that she ended up losing it and flipping out was because this particular time, when you've gotten on the casting couch so many times and you're dealing with sadistic people, they want you to do more and more and more and more, I guess, like in a porn movie, right? And so they made a video of her doing the do with the dog, okay? Doing the do with the dog, and the producers, just like Diddy was sending out video of Cassie, the rumor is that the producers were sending out videos of her doing this with doing the do with the dog, and she ended up flipping out, and that's how she ended up in the crazy house. Okay, now that is the rumor. That's the rumor. So Hey, I wouldn't even want to make up something like that on somebody. I don't think my mind could make up anything like that. That is what the rumor is. And hey, at first, when I first heard that, I was, before we started to learn about all of the sadistic stuff that they do in Hollywood, I was like, I know this got to be far fetched. I don't believe it. But now it's not so hard to believe now that we see and hear a lot of the sick things that they do. And it's unfortunate that this happens. Now, I don't know if there was some type of substance abuse, because I can't understand how a person could want parts and stuff that bad that they be willing to have some type of relations with an animal, but hey, they do it all the time. Okay. I'm glad that they banned um bestiality, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all how sick some of these people are. They banned bestiality, and they said that when beast, and it's probably still somewhere on the internet, they said that was one of the highest watched porns. Okay, that was one that it was watched more than two humans doing the do. Folks wanted to see women with horses. Oh Lord, don't get me started talking about these sick ass folks, because I've been doing good. Okay, I said I won't come on here and cuss these nasty bitches out. I was gonna do my vlog and not these nasty motherfuckers. Okay, but it happens. We already know that it's a lot of sick bitches in this world. Okay. Whew. Okay, let me get back to. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, Mr. Parker, I be all inside of the chat rooms and in the comments. I'm one of them ones, okay, that I bees on the block in the chat room. I be in the block, okay, on the block. I'm one of them ones. Woo! Some of the stuff these folks be talking about, I dare not come back and talk about on my channel. It just makes my heart hurt that people could be so weak-minded. Okay. And it's something, people go seeking out weak people. Okay. They go and they seek out weak people. They try them. That's why when I feel like somebody is trying to seek me out to see how weak I can be, I act the biggest goddamn fool that I could ever act, to let them know whatever you thinking, I ain't gonna be worth it. Go on with your life. I'm gonna cause you more problems than it's worth. Okay, because people are sick now. Instead of using that energy to try and go and build something conducive for themselves, they sit and they plot all the time on how to prey on people that they would consider weak. That's how sick and twisted the human mind is now, right? Anyways, you guys, rest in peace to Miss Voletta Wallace. Like I said, that lady was so hurt. Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G., was her only son, and she expressed hurt. We knew how hurt she was when this happened to her child. Biggie did not deserve what they did to him. He was set up. Okay, he was set up. He was set up. He said, I got Joy clutching her pearls. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for cussing. He was set up, okay, you guys. And hey, it's just an unfortunate thing, okay? That she had to live 27 years without her son, with nothing but memories. She had his children. And even though she had his children, there's still nothing like having your child and having those memories of. I wonder if Christopher was here, he get to see his son, he get to see his daughter. Would he have more children? Would I have more grandchildren? Would he be doing this? How big would he have done? Would he have gotten out of the industry and became a preacher? I mean, I'm sure all those thoughts went through her head, right? All of the possibilities and probabilities, but unfortunately, he was sacrificed, in my opinion. He was a sacrificial lamb. I believe Gene Deal the whole time. Gene Deal says that Puffy knew that somebody had to die. And so he took Biggie to LA for them to get Biggie and leave him alone. Okay. Because as we see now, it's all coming together. Puffy was the one that paid for Tupac's hit. So of course they did it. Of course he did it. That he knew that those gang members in LA knew that he paid for that Tupac hit. And they told him, we want your ass. We want your ass, or we want Biggie's ass. And he took Biggie. He took Biggie. Okay. That's why he's going through a lot of the things that he is going through now. And guess what? God ain't through with his black nappy head ass. Okay. Anyways, you guys, rest in peace to Miss Voletta Wallace. I hope that she gets the opportunity. She's passed on now, so I'm sure her energy is back with her son's energy, and she's just as happy as she can be. Okay, she's been without him long enough. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up this super chat or the Cash app. Okay. Also, I wanted to talk about Puffy's lawyer. Speaking of the damn devil, okay, Puffy's lawyer quit. Okay, he quit on him. Why he quit, I don't know. We get ready to see. Okay. Puffy looks like he could have been a part of the Addams family. Okay. Don't he? He looks like he could have been a member of the Addams family. Look at him. Don't he? Don't he look like Uncle Fester? He looked like he could your way in after Sean Combs said the attorney. Can I continue on? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if you all see it. It says lawyers and law students weighed in after one of Sean Combs' attorneys abruptly quit his case on Thursday, according to the New York Post. Look at this shit right here. What the hell is that? According to the New York Post, Anthony Rico filed a motion Thursday to withdraw from Combs' case without explanation. Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, Rico wrote in the Manhattan federal court affidavit. It is respectfully but regrettably requested that the court grant the relief requested. Look at him. It's Rico said Rico asked a judge sign off on his motion to withdraw as Combs' attorney. A judge must find sufficient reason to approve such request, according to the Post. Rico assured the court that his action won't delay the trial, which is set to begin on May 5th. Rico said Combs has 5 other attorneys on this case, including lead attorney Mark Agnifilo. Okay. In his motion, Rico suggested he didn't want to reveal any information protected by attorney-client privilege. Lawyers and others weighed in on Reddit.com. The majority suggested that Rico withdrew because something unethical happened. Okay, I hope Combs didn't put. Okay, let me stop. One person wrote, there's ethical considerations at issue and he's not risking his law license. Another person speculated that Combs asked Rico to lie for Combs admitted guilt. The person said an attorney would defend a serial killer as long as the client doesn't admit his guilt to the attorney. The person wrote, the moment you say I actually did that shit and need you to do this so I can't get convicted, this is what happens. Another person commented, this is called a noisy withdrawal. It is typically done when the lawyer believes their client is trying to do unethical or illegal actions. Someone else added, while I don't think non-lawyers see what's happening, this is a very noisy withdrawal, okay?
Right there. Can you speak at the microphones? You love your son.
Family's doing fine. Difficult circumstance. We're trying to end all of the clowning that's going on the internet, and we're in a good place.
Hey, godmother.
Right.
What about the reciprocal gag order?
It's fine.
I thought you was gonna be out
He
tonight.
was blowing kisses to his kids. He was clearly emotional today. I mean, you guys, I think it's the first time we've seen him that emotional in court.
Times are changing.
For the better?
Of course.
Mr. Rico, for the appeal, where does the appeal stand?
You spoke to him at length.
He's doing fine. It's a difficult circumstance. He's making the best of the situation. You know, Dr. King called it the law of unintended consequences. Sometimes the more people push you down, the stronger you get.
Anthony.
He had his family here today to support him. We really want to put an end to all of the clowning that we see on the internet. This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences, and all of us are addressing it accordingly.
Anthony, is it a racist proceeding, as Marcus said?
Nobody's okay with staying in jail for now.
That's clear.
I'm really not going to make much of a statement. As you know, I made a request for the judge to issue what we call the gag order, and the judge is going to issue it on a reciprocal basis. So I'm not going to say anything that I didn't say in my papers and in court. We submitted a motion, written motion, last night that states our position. I'm not going to say anything in addition to it.
Oh, sorry, brother. We want to hear from you. Anything you want to say at this point. So any defense.
Kids, how was it today to see your dad? He was blowing kisses to you guys and saying you love you.
Any comment, ma'am? Any comment before you go back to Florida? Madam?
Okay, you guys, that was his family and all that. So why do you all think, what's up, Cypress? So why do you all think that Puffy's lawyer withdrew? Why do you think his lawyer quit? He said that he could not continue on under no circumstances. Do you all think he just got stressed out? I'm sure that, you know, he's used to high profile cases. A case like this would definitely be an opportunity for attorneys, especially with Puffy being an A-list celebrity at the time. This will be an opportunity for them to really get their name and stuff out there. So why do you all think, and it would look bad for him to withdraw as an attorney to an A-list celebrity at this point? Why do you all think that he withdrew? He's not the lead attorney. Do you all think the lead attorneys was stressing him out? Was Puffy stressing him out or something? Something definitely went on. Shelly says, nope, he done got paid enough money. Kenny says too much damn evidence against his client. Mr. Parker says we know it ain't because his integrity kicked in. He quit right before the trial. He quit. He says Puffy has 5 other attorneys. Either he wasn't getting along with those attorneys or he was not getting along with Puffy. But he wasn't the lead attorney. Puffy has the lead attorney. So if he has a lead attorney, any other attorney that comes in already know their place, right? They follow the lead attorney, whatever that lead attorney says. So that's interesting. It's definitely interesting, but hey, something going on. Something is definitely going on. I find it real interesting that they do not show Puffy coming in and out of court. Like they don't show him on video, anything like that. They just have drawings of him. So I find that very interesting that they have not shown him at all. He had to play sick just to get out of the jail and go to the hospital, right? Because he been tired of being behind that wall. I think he withdrew because he feel Diddy guilty or asked him for a kiss. I was going to say I hope Diddy didn't pull at his wing. I hope he didn't grab his winger. Okay, because we know how but he in jail now. He back there with plenty of weenie. But see, Diddy probably get a kick out of. I think Diddy gets a kick out of watching people get into things that they don't necessarily want to get into, or he has a good thing. He has a thing about making people do things for him for money, like when they're in a desperate state. I think he's twisted like that. I think Diddy would much rather be with a man, watch a man that has never been with another man, just throw totally away their self dignity and self respect, and let him bang them, because they're in a hard place for some money. Okay, that's how twisted he is. He about to know the money will run out soon, or that too. Diddy money might be low now because he he is in the feds. He is in the feds, and that is one of their strategies. It seemed like listen, Diddy has stolen from every he's been able to amass a lot of wealth from stealing from all of his artists. Everybody he ever did business with and leaving them broke, busted, and disgusted. But a lot of people started to take their deals and stuff away from Diddy, all of that. So he also lives a very expensive lifestyle, right? So you have to have money for that. So we see he started selling houses and stuff like that. Those attorneys are expensive, especially if the attorneys are costing and your bills are costing more than what you got coming in. Okay. So that money might be getting ready to run out. The black lawyer's wife is head lawyer on Luigi case that murked the health insurance CEO. Oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Except for all we know, Diddy may not even be on the land of the living. That might be true. He might not even be in the land of the living. That's true. They said jail ain't the place there. Oh, what would right. So he wouldn't get no satisfaction out of being back there with those men, okay? Because he can't make them do nothing. They're gonna make him do everything. So I mean, we already know what that is. I'm sure he wouldn't mind having a relationship with a man back there behind the wall that he might get to know and like and all of that, but he's not gonna be able to make them men bend over and hey LGL God. So he's not gonna be able to make those men do anything. So I mean, he gets no fun out of that. Not unless he, paying a man to go and try and knock another man down. He looking at that back there. So we know he twisted, but I think he's more worried about his freedom. Okay. I think he's more worried about his freedom. So she says Jay-Z ain't clear yet. No, because I was looking at something else as it relates to Jay-Z. That they filed something else against Jay-Z, right? It seemed like to me that I gotta pull that up though. Hold on, let me see something before I get into who won the war between Pre and CMG. Um So I guess that was just a rumor because I don't see that in the media. So I guess that was just a rumor. Anyways, you guys, I also want to talk about who won the war between Pre and CMG. Okay. I know, people say, well, we talk about this all the time. We're gonna talk about it. That's what we do over here. We talk about it, okay? We want to continuously talk about this because when I talk about stuff like this, it is my hope, that some of these young dudes are looking at this and they're able to allow this to digest in their spirit and in their system what actually happened, the ramifications of what actually happened and all of the lives that has been destroyed, right? And hopefully they won't be sent out or allow money to be their god and all of that stuff. But who actually won in the war between CMG and PRE? Okay, hold on one second, you guys. I want to see if I could pull something up. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Um, hold on.
He slick dissing you, bro. He saying, I'm like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I don't even like to hear negativity. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nigga, I'm telling you, hey, you, your brother, your manager, your DJ, bro, I would have his own people to come in. Hey, yeah, his own. Man, bro, I don't even want to go all the way into it, really, because a lot of people, it like, I ain't gonna say it, like, some of them cool, like, they don't, a lot of them done shook him out, like, bro, I can't deal with him, bro, because he too fake, he dishes that, he want to control this, control they, like, bro, he done got rid of certain artists because they don't want to beef with Dolph, or they don't like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with your beef with Dolph. You hating on him about a bitch.
Right.
You hating on him about a bitch.
Reality.
You hating on him because he wouldn't sign with you. Know what I mean?
Right.
You hating on him because he popping, and he really popping, and he's still independent. Know what I mean?
Right.
You hating on him because he really got M's and did the shit without no help.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, when you look at everything, Young Dolph basically put it out there. That's the foundation, um, right there. Those are that's actually the seed. The seed of jealousy is what grew. Okay, that's actually why the young man was killed. Everything that he just said right there, that's basically why he was killed. But it gets to thinking about who won the war, because who won in this CMG and PRE war. And if you ask me, I would say that um nobody won. Okay. Young Dolph lost his life. It seems to me that Young Dolph basically was trying to avoid a war with these people at all costs. Okay. And they was doing things to him behind the scenes, trying to block him and stuff. That would make anybody mad. And so that's one of the reasons why he would get on he would put records out, right? But nobody won. Yo Gotti is only hanging on by a thread. Okay. The only rabbit in his hat at this point is Glorilla. Okay. And I do want to see Glorilla do well. Okay. Those contracts are questionable, but I do want to see her do well. But now when people think about him, there's like a negative connotation, okay, affiliated with his name because of what has happened to Young Dolph, right? So, and the reason I say that Young Dolph didn't win, because he's not here with his family, and it's not his fault. Okay. Now somebody came and made a comment, okay, on one of my posts recently, and I didn't say nothing, okay, because I normally, I'm not gonna get into no comment wars. I don't even like to. You don't see me post a whole lot of comments because I'm just not a person to. I don't like to text, and I don't like to post comments like that, okay. And so um anyways, I'm trying to read the comments. I mean, somebody posted in the comments. I saw it. Get over it. Young Dolph got himself killed. No, Young Dolph did not get himself killed. Okay. Um, Jealousy got Young Dolph killed. Okay. And I think it's a shame that people look at it like that, because what we saw was a young man that, hey, that was just, that was coming up trying to make it, that had made it, and people was jealous of him. Okay. Um, so if being successful gets you killed, hey, it's gonna be a whole lot of people to go, right? And so that's why stuff like this has to be nipped in the bud. I don't want people to get the issues confused. This wasn't really a war of words. It was just jealousy. That's what it was. It I don't think it was more so about anything other than jealousy. Okay. That's it. That's all. And so yeah. Um if people talk about have always talked about Yo Gotti, they was not getting money like Young Dolph was. I mean, 3-6 Mafia was out there like that, but he kind of used 3-6 Mafia at the time was more mainstream than him, so he kind of used that as a stepping stone. But here come Young Dolph, um, came up and was constantly shooting up, and he came behind him, so he came after him. I'm talking about Young Dolph came out after Yo Gotti, and I just think that unfortunately, Yo Gotti had this grand idea of, I'm going to, everybody in the South, especially around the Memphis area, is going to be up under the CMG brand, the CMG label. I'm going to run that. Unfortunately, that's what he thought. Nobody could ever tell me that he didn't think that. And Young Dolph was going to be a problem, because Young Dolph was getting money and had the money to sign his artist, and he was doing it a little different than him. They was really independent, okay, because he had worked hard to attain the wealth to be able to do it, and he didn't have to dance to the beat of nobody's drums except for his. Right? He was independent, and he had financial freedom, and he was going to sign more people, because he went right before he passed away. He had gone down there to Chicago, where he has family at, and he had signed an artist named Shatana. So he was definitely he was definitely doing his thing and making his mark, and he was going to do more. Okay. So who won the war? I don't think that paper route empire artists allow anybody to trick them out of their possessions. I'm sure after Young Dolph was killed, they really wanted to go out there and do some stuff, okay? But those boys was quiet. We see them making their money and stuff. So if I had to say, and I know a lot of people say, well, we knew she was going to say paper route. Well, they did win. Okay. I think that they are the winners, because they held their composure after Young Dolph's untimely death. They knew exactly who had did it. And, they kept representing for Young Dolph and putting their music and stuff out, and all of that. And we see and I hate that, that Yo Gotti and them went that route. We see that, a lot of them are consistently, because negative press, it's just, I know some people say that any press is good press, but I'm sure it has to bother him that people whispers behind his back and all of that, saying that he killed Young Dolph because he was jealous of him. Okay. Okay, I'm drinking some water. So who won? Young Dolph's artists won. I would say that they won. But as far as the war that went on, I mean, it's sad when you had a young man who was doing everything that he could to try and prevent this situation from happening. Young Dolph had more money than Yo Gotti. So when they were shooting at him, he had enough money to hire some hitmen to go and take out all of them. Okay. He didn't do that. He didn't do it. So that says a lot about his character. He could have gone to court, you know, and testified against some of them. A few of them would be in jail right now. He didn't even do that. Okay. So for them to just decide that they just gonna kill him like that, even after he didn't retaliate, although he had the money to, I think it was smart of him at that point not to. Although I ain't gonna even tell no lies. If it was me, and you know, if I had the money that Young Dolph did, I would have put some bags on their goddamn head. I ain't gonna even lie. Okay, I would have put some bags on their head. And that would have stopped some of that. Okay, them constantly popping. I would have dropped some damn bags on top of their head. I'm not gonna even lie. And so, but he didn't do that, and I think it was smart for him not to do it because all they wanted was for him to engage in a war. So when they saw that they couldn't take him down, we see that what they started trying to do, it was, I told y'all, it was the legacy. It was the legacy that they was after. Y'all, I'm kidding. I would not have dropped any bags on top of their heads. Wink, wink. I would not have done that. I don't believe in violence. Wink, wink. Okay. So that was a joke. Wink, wink. But anyways, you guys, so we see that they had decided that they was going to destroy him, what he had going on by any means necessary. Because what was going on? They was on their way over to Westwood they had a bag on all of his artists' head. So I mean, all of his artists had not done anything to them. The thing was they wanted to if they had started just killing his artists, that would have discouraged him. Okay, they're killing my artists. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this music shit up. I don't want this label no more. I don't want to see my artists dying. That is a person. Those are people that have a determination to destroy what you have built, right? Just we can't get him. We've tried to kill him, so we're just gonna start killing this artist. That's going to discourage him. He's gonna be too scared to sign any more artists because he knows that if he do, we're gonna try to kill them too. I'm doing good, 9 beats. Chattown says Dot, though Boosie always in some S, he said it best when he stated people in your own city would hate on you. Yeah. Not only did he not retaliate, he made sure his people did. Right. He made sure his people didn't see. Let me tell you something. I believe that Young Dolph's artists would have retaliated. They did not retaliate. Those are some street dudes. Okay. They didn't retaliate because Young Dolph told them not to retaliate because he saw that they was trying to pull him into a war so that they could start killing his artists. They had already been trying to kill him. They wanted to destroy Paper Route Empire by any means necessary. Okay. But see, they didn't know the ramifications of what they had did. They just didn't know that it would backfire on them like this. Okay, so when they doing taking pictures and shit and doing those promo. Cypress, what you talk about? Cypress, Vanessa is still up in here, so don't start no shit. Because Vanessa is still up in here, she'll get you straight. He didn't see Vanessa type in here in a minute. he decided to come on out of the bushes. Hey, Miss Janice, how are you? He decided to come on out of the bushes. So, I get to thinking about it. I said, God, they was on their way over there to Westwood. If they had gotten over there to Westwood, Cypress, why you come out when you think Vanessa? Why you come out when you think Vanessa is not in the chat anymore? Y'all, he's scared of Vanessa. He been in the bushes until Vanessa stopped typing. His mind said, she out the chat. She might not be in the chat anymore. Because Cypress, I will call her back in the chat if I need to. And so they was on their way over there to Westwood. And so I said to myself, I said, God, if they had gotten over there to Westwood, they would be no more. And then I thought about it, I was like, wow, they was out there giving turkeys. They was so jealous that they got a bunch of damn fools that was going to go over there and shoot into a crowd and kill innocent people. Because, see, if they could have just shot up people at the turkey drive, it was Young Dolph's turkey drive. Drew said, what's up? Who is it Andrew? Vanessa, you talking about Andrew? Is that Andrew over there? Vanessa, are you talking about Andrew? And so if they had went over there and they started popping up the turkey drive, that would have looked bad. They felt like they would have made Young Dolph look bad, having a shootout and killing innocent people, anything to destroy what he had going on and to discourage him. But if they had got over there to Westwood, tell Andrew I said hello. I have not seen Andrew since Andrew was probably maybe about 7 or 8 years old. I haven't seen Andrew since he was about 7 or 8 years old. Because I think about Anthony. Vanessa, help me with the names. Andrew was Andrew the second one? Because I remember Anthony, Red, Lena Girl, who the oldest, Anthony or Andrew? Robert Earl. I think Andrew is younger than Anthony. I think Andrew is younger than Anthony. Tell Andrew I said hello. I haven't seen Andrew since he was just a baby. I haven't seen Andrew since he was a baby. Okay, yeah, Andre. So I know Andre is the oldest. Andre, Anthony, and then Lena Girl, and then Andrew, right? Or Andrew and then Lena Girl. I haven't seen them since they were children. Oh my God. Andre, Anthony, Lena Girl, Andrew Red, Robert. Yep. Yep. I know they will all be right there behind each other. I know they will all be right there behind each other. Wow. That's something. Vanessa, how old is Andrew now? Now, I know he's older than my children. He should be in his early 30s now or going into his 30s. He said it's a Robert Earl in every hood. Tamara can't even say hello to children without Mr. Parker wanting to slide on. Y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button for me, you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, okay? So basically that's what they was trying to do, okay? Make sure basically that's what they was trying to do. Andrew is 40? Andrew 40 or Andre 40? I know Andrew is not 40. Andre might be 40, but I know Andrew is not 40. Anyways, you guys, make sure you guys like, share. Vanessa, listen. Look, Cypress, y'all look. Cypress was just commenting. As soon as Vanessa started back to commenting, Cypress stopped commenting. Cypress, you gonna have to, you got to answer. You got some answers. You got to come up with some answers. I got questions for you because this don't make no sense. Now, Cypress was just getting ready to get started. As soon as Vanessa started back right, Andre 40. I was going to say, I know Andrew is not 40. I know Andrew is not 40. Andre 40, but I knew Andrew wasn't 40. I knew Andrew was a lot younger than that. So he decided to come back in. He said, no, I didn't. Cypress, when Vanessa is in the chat, you get scared. You was just getting ready to get started because I was talking about Yo Gotti, and Vanessa started back typing, and you started being quiet again. She said, we finna go live. He said, in his defense, TT, you was talking, Vanessa talking family business. Cypress was talking CMG. Yeah, but I mean, I could be talking anything, and then, Cypress get quiet when Vanessa come in. He be quiet on her channel when she started talking that shit. He gets scared. Vanessa, I don't know what you did to Cypress to make him scared. But anyways, you guys, basically nobody won. But if you ask me which artist is winning, I would have to say that Paper Route Empire's artist is winning because they don't have that negativity. He ain't scared of Vanessa, Tona, or Wiggles. I would have to say Paper Route Empire because they don't have that negativity attached to their name. They don't. So I would have to say that they're the winners. Yeah, Pre is definitely in the league. They are. Key Glock and them are doing their thing. Like I said, Young Dolph definitely set them up. They really stood on business and don't speak on it. No, they don't speak on it at all. They don't speak on it at all. So they do their thing. I ain't gonna lie, Vanessa be scaring me. I promised the other day, it looked like she was smoking, doing taxes and texting someone. She Debo and Cypress Chris Tucker. Cypress, no, he don't want to play with Vanessa. He don't want to play. He don't want to come out to play. Yeah, so like I said, if I would say any label has won, I think, what are they winning? I'm lost. Cypress, they winning. You already know they winning. And you think about it, even though Glorilla is a big artist at this point, you don't hear people even crediting Yo Gotti. Like, it's almost like he's, a ghost. Nobody really talks about him or nothing. You would think having an artist that big, your name would be consistently talked about. Nobody really talks about him other than when they're affiliating him with what happened to Young Dolph. Countman says CMG struggling to keep their artists together. I agree. I agree with you. I agree 100%. You guys, make sure you all like, share, and subscribe, okay? If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button, okay? He says Dolph should have picked Glow Up. Well, he may would have picked her up if they had not, they killed him because I think the word get around in the industry, and Dolph had a lot of things that he wanted to do and was getting ready to do. I think that's why there was an urgency to kill him, because they knew the vision and what he was getting ready to do. And I think somebody else had that same vision. They just ain't had the money. Okay. And so that's the reason why there was an urgency to kill him. Mr. Parker, it's okay. Are you planning that trip? Damn, chops and cheese. Lord have mercy, I tell you. Y'all, let me see how many likes we got. Let's see. Y'all run the likes up for me. You all run the likes up. She been trying to get on like bag. They was around Dolph before CMG. I guess he just didn't see their future with Pre. I ain't trying to be funny, but I ain't see a CMG artist get a signing bonus since Glorilla. Zillionaire Doe gave Gotti a chain. Nobody from CMG is even claiming them right now. Has anything else? I mean, do Yo Gotti post Zillionaire Doe or whatever his name is, Zillionaire Zoe? They got old pictures with him way before CMG, but he was focused on Glock and Jizzle. See, I think they was getting jealous. Young Dolph pulling up. Let me see something. I got to show y'all something.
The feeling of putting a play together and like going all the way through with it and smiling at the end because it did more than what you even thought and expected to do. Mm-hmm. And with any play you execute and you do that on, it's like it's gonna be success. I don't care what it is. I love the hustle. I love the adrenaline. I love the feeling of putting a play together and like going all the way through with it and smiling at the end because it did more than what you even thought and expected to do. Mm-hmm. and with any play you execute and you do that on, it's like it's gonna be success.
I like that dude. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something.
paper route. Feel what I'm saying? So I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's a hustle. Like, I don't knock him for that. If I was him, I would have came to me like, man, let's put it together. Man, this little, he from the other side of town. This little nigga over there going crazy. The whole city fuck with him. Everybody know what's up with him. I know what's up with him. I know he doing this, he doing that, but like, man, little dude going crazy. Gotti, like, yo, Gotti was the first person that would reach out to me and be like, oh, I want to sign. He came to me like, let's do CMG and paper route. Feel what I'm saying? So I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Hold on, y'all.
Shit, my life.
Who you grew up listening to?
Shit. I grew up listening to Gotti, but like Future, I'm motivated by Future, Drake, Wayne, people like that. Like,
talk about the influence that Gotti has had on you, because I definitely
I just like how they hustle.
Right.
Like Young Dolph too. Them.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna get into that.
Like, I just like how they hustle. I like the independent shit.
Right. Talk about that grind.
I mean, even Moneybag used to give Young Dolph his props. Okay. Be quiet, little girl. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. His T, pull up the Breakfast Club interview and just let it play from when Dolph started exposing him. He tried to take advantage of Dolph. When I played the Breakfast Club videos, they sent a copyright thing. When I played their videos before, they sent a copyright thing to have the video blocked. As a matter of fact, I played a video from Breakfast Club with Gotti in it, and they took it. I know Gotti people did it. They took it down. Yeah. So I try not to mess with Breakfast Club videos, not unless somebody has edited it some kind of way on another social media website. Mm. Count Man says Moneybag wanted to be with Pre. He did his first hit. He said, I'm motivated by Young Dolph too. They're my brother too. You know, I ain't even heard nothing from Bag since Waukesha. Lord, he got a song called Waukesha. Mm. Y'all hit the like button. I think where Vanessa at? I want Vanessa. Vanessa, what this remind you of? I play this for a reason, y'all. I do. Vanessa in here. Vanessa, what does this remind you of right here? Is Vanessa still in here? Yeah, I play this pause it for a little bit, but if you listen to this song right here, y'all know we have to pause it when we playing these this music. But I'm just gonna insert this right here. If you listen to this song when he says, I got young nigga stay focused when I really want to crash. This is why he did not retaliate when these people was trying to kill him. He put it all in the song. He had to stay focused because he really wanted to crash. I think about where I'm at, and then I think about my past. He didn't want them he didn't want to allow them to trick him out of his position, because all they wanted was for him to be dead or to go to jail. They was definitely trying to trick him out of his position. And he said it right there in those two words. I got young niggas stay focused when I really want to crash. He wanted to crash out. That man had enough money. He was a self-made millionaire. He could have hired anybody to go and pop on them and kill them. He could have hired anybody to go and take them out. Okay. When they was consistently trying to kill him, but he had to stay focused and not crash out. And he didn't want any of his artists to crash out either. Okay. Not because he was weak, but because he was smart. Okay. Listen, y'all, I want y'all, this is what I've been doing. The spoken word is very important. Okay. Young Dolph is a very inspirational man. We don't ever want to allow his name to die. He was a walking inspiration, okay, that came up out of Memphis. And I'm very proud of him. It's just certain, this song right here, even though it's supposed to be a trap song, it really inspires me. Certain things he say, my wrist say I've been getting paid. I like that. Every time I just scream out loud when he say that. But I want for you all to type into the chat, okay? Self-made millionaire, or what a feeling. That's a spoken word, a true inspiration. When he says it, I get chills when he raps this song, because what a feeling to go from living in Castelia to making himself a millionaire to building other millionaires. What a motherfucking feeling. Okay. And that's why they killed that boy. Okay. But type in the chat, self-made millionaire, oh, what a feeling. Okay. You talking to yourself. Okay. Shit, right there by that car, bulletproof, is priceless. Okay. It speaks of a successful young man, African-American man that came up out of Memphis. There's been so much bloodshed in Memphis, right? You think about Dr. King, his blood shed, his blood stain is still in Memphis. Young Dolph, who, if you ask me, I've said this numerous of times, okay? If you ask me, he could be looked at as a prophet, right? And I know a lot of people, when they think about prophets, they have whatever in their mind. But the Bible says that the prophet comes to give confirmation, right? And so, and the prophet comes to reveal. If you think about it, Young Dolph came, and what he did was he started to teach these young men the recipe, right? He says, until I figured out the recipe, right? He started building more millionaires, and he started to reveal what was going on in the music industry. He went about figuring it out, getting the knowledge, and then he started to teach these young men how to create generational wealth, so that the chains that they have on so many young African American men in the music industry, his artists would not be bound by that. Okay. Hey, I think in his short 36 years, I wish God could have, given him 36 more years, so that his sons, and I say sons because I'm sure Mia would have had more children, because he said he wanted to have more kids, so that so many other women children, like the Key Glocks and the Snoop Bands and his cousin Jay Fizzle and Paper Route Wu and Moochie Grape and all of these young men that was able to benefit. There would have been other young men like him, the Shatanas and all of that. He was getting ready to touch and teach and create generational wealth by going the independent route. And they took something very important away. The way that Memphis is impoverished, you have these young men coming out of the hood, and to have somebody who was not selfish, that was ready to teach them the exact way that he attained his wealth, was a blessing, because we have so many record labels and record companies. They get tied up in all of these different deals. So it forced them to take advantage of the artists that they sign, right? But we didn't see that happening in the Paper Route Empire camp, right? Which is why you still see 3 years later. What year are we going on? Are we going on 4 years? They're still holding up their Paper Route chain and representing to the fullest, and I don't think that that's going to end no time soon. I believe that they're going to always represent, and what we need to do is we need to keep the spirit of Young Dolph going, right? That's the spirit of liberation, right? Liberation, no chains, right? Not bound by chains of anything, right? Especially not the industry. Liberation, freedom, financial freedom, wealth, generational wealth. Hey, you didn't hear Young Dolph talking a lot about we didn't hear Young Dolph talking a lot about killing people and taking people out. Young Dolph spoke and rapped mostly about getting money. Okay. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he mostly rapped about. Whatever you do, don't forget to get paid. Make sure you get paid. I, for one thing, especially when I was working a lot, when I was building my business, when I would be tired and I was having to get up at 3 in the morning, that's one of the songs that I would play. You know what I mean? It was motivational to me. And the part that really motivated me was, number one, get the money. Number two, don't forget to get the money, right? That was very motivational to me, because I would go, why am I doing this? And I would think, I don't want to be out at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Rule number one, get the money. Rule number two, don't forget to get the money. Before you know, I was rapping and I was all energetic, and I got my bag and went home. Okay. So, hey, we need to keep that spirit going. You have to work hard for what you want. I think it's so devastating that unfortunately you have people like Straight Drop and Cornelius. You go and take out $1 billion man, because he was getting ready to be a billionaire. You take out $1 billion man for a birthday cake. Okay, a birthday cake. The cookie shop sells banana puddings and everything. Hell, if he had walked into that place, as I've said so many times before, and told Young Dolph that he was sent there and who sent him there, even if he had told him, look, they giving me 40, I think he'd have gave him 80 and sent him back. And then wrote another song, I paid for your hit man. Okay. See, that's what they didn't want. He'd have wrote another hit, I paid for your hit man. Okay. But unfortunately, they took him out like that. Asking who won with kids killing each other in the streets is crazy. Voice in the back. I don't think you've been listening to. I don't think you've been listening to my commentary. Okay. I don't think you've been listening to my commentary. You had to have just came in here because I basically said that nobody won as it relates to these people dying and all of that. But but Paper Route Empire does not have any negativity connected to their name. That label does not have any negativity connected to its name. So I would say that label would be the label that won. But as far as Young Dolph losing his life and young men going to jail for the rest of their life, no, I think I said that. You know, I don't. Maybe you weren't in here when I said that. So, yeah, you weren't in here when I said that. Were you? Voice in the back. Were you in here when I said that? Okay. So, anyways, thank you, Mr. Parker. But anyways, you guys, yeah, we have to keep that spirit of Young Dolph going, right? And I think that should be a quote. The spirit of Young Dolph. I think I got some stuff brewing in my mind. The spirit of Young Dolph, though, that's a good spirit to carry, especially as it relates to hustle 101. And it ain't going taking other people out to try and yeah, I'm not gonna say, you know, in order to try and get a bag. We see how this blew up in their faces. Straight Drop did it because he thought that this was going to be his come up, right? He thought that he was going to. We see that a week after Young Dolph was killed. Let me see when Straight Drop dropped that. Y'all, what was the name of that song that Straight Drop did? Step On or something? Stepped On. Nobody even talks about him no more. So, okay. So Stepped On was dropped November the 22nd. It was dropped November the 22nd of 2021. Okay, so it dropped 5 days. They dropped 5 days after Young Dolph was taken out. So they basically wanted for Young Dolph's artists to know that they had did this, right? Unfortunately for Straight Drop, he thought that this was the beginning of him going up, but God was not going to allow it to happen. Right? It was never going to happen. You cannot build your house on sand, right? And we see that they built a sand house, and a strong wind came and blew it down. Okay, it was not built on a solid foundation, so he was never going to be the biggest artist on CMG. As a matter of fact, they was not going to even they tricked them anyways because they was don't get me started. They was going don't get me started. Okay. Anyways, you guys, let me see something. I was going God or Gotti. Didn't I say Gotti? I would never call him God. Um, hold on. Yeah, he was never going to be a big artist because God was not going to allow it to happen. Gotti has sold his soul to the devil. You can just look at him on pictures. He looked like he haven't had any sleep in a year. Yeah, he do. I think he sees at this point that all of this stuff, it was not worth it. It wasn't worth it. It didn't have to happen. Um, you know, it didn't have to happen. Even with him and Young Dolph going back and forth, your Gotti still had his own fan base, and it was not a small fan base. So um I can't understand why this happened. He was not in jeopardy of losing any fans. The only thing that happened was his ego was hurt. Um that's all. So, like I said, it should not have happened. Oh, okay. You're saying, okay. Straight Drop got 115 years for thinking he was going to be a big time rapper. Yeah, I agree with you, J Dropper. 115 years for thinking he was going to be a big time rapper. Ain't no way. No, it couldn't work out. Um, he said 115 years. No, I don't think they missed Mr. Parker. When Cornelius, shot him through his back, I think it surprised him. It surprised him. It's not like he didn't know what happened, because he didn't die instantly. He didn't die. He incapacitated him, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right what they did. It was not right. It wasn't right at all. But he knew what was going on. He did, and he that's why when he fell, he tried to turn around. When he fell back, they surprised him. He was sideways. That's why he was sideways, because he spin around. So it wasn't right what they did to him. That's the reason why Cornelius kept shooting him, because he realized that he saw, he was still, he was alert. Straight Drop got out, and he did shoot him in his neck, and I think those shots in his neck came from Straight Drop. So yeah, I don't know. It's just mm, mm, mm. I tell you, a sad sight to see. But God is in control. I tell you, heinous in nature. I sure hate that. I sure hate it. It's just evil and heinous and unnecessary. I don't even know what else to say, other than it just should not have happened. And I think Straight Drop relayed to them how his body reacted, as he was there dying. Yeah, I think he did relay that to them, because I think when Black Youngster was down there at did that video shortly after, when his body was jerking and stuff, I think he was trying to imitate that. But one thing about it, God sits up high and looks down low. I wouldn't even want to be in Black Youngster's shoes now, not in his state of mind. God says, when I get them back, you're going to see me get them back, right? They got to pay for what they did. They got to pay for that. They know they got to pay for it. They know they got to. And for what? It wasn't no reason for them to go do that boy like that. That's why I stand 10 toes down on what I say. It don't change. They know they was wrong for that. That boy was walking into a cookie shop, probably to get him some cookies because they was hot. You know, they be wanting something sweet. And that's why I said he was loyal to the death of. Oh, I know what I was getting ready to do. I was going to show you all a video that I did. If I can find it, it's been a while ago. That's if I can find it, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, you are. I just think let me see. It might be 2 years back. Um Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it, but I don't guess I'm gonna be able to find it. A lot of people didn't see that video. I was trying to find it. Um Yeah, just hold on. Just give me a couple more minutes. I think I'm getting close to it. Hell, I don't know. Okay, here it is, you guys. Okay, so this video I did this video March 18th of 2023. Okay. Andre said he had a crush on had a crush on you. He got me tackled talking. You Lord have mercy. Andre, Lord, it's like my little nephew. Here you go.
So the people that we have now in place, do hit the like button. Also,
I
if you
did this
have
video
not
in
subscribed to the
2023.
channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel so that you can get the notifications. If you find yourself unsubscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe again. We have people that's trying to compromise the channel, and until the people that we have now in place to handle them, okay, just subscribe to the channel again, okay. Definitely make sure that you do that, okay. Well, today I wanted to talk about Cornelius Smith. Of course, I always get the tea, okay, and I have some.
Now this is from March of 2023, okay.
Tea on Cornelius Smith and on Hernandez Govan. Start with Cornelius Smith, okay. Of course, I was downtown yesterday, downtown at the hanging around the police department because I had to go handle some business. And of course, for you all that know, that has been coming over to the channel, you all know that I had worked for both police departments for a total of 18 years. And so that would mean that I have quite a few friends that are still there when you've worked somewhere for so long. And when I was down there yesterday, I had the opportunity to get the tea on the straight drop on Cornelius and on Hernandez Govan, okay? And in talking to some of my friends who actually have contact with Cornelius, I'm hearing that Cornelius is starting to get really restless, okay? Of course, I know I did a video before and I kind of threw out some hints about Cornelius and kind of letting you all know because he's been it appears that he has been like the quieter one. That's how it appears because we all know that Stray Drop was more flamboyant. He was the one that was, when Young Dolph was killed, he was more arrogant. He kind of put into the atmosphere he kind of put some stuff into the atmosphere. I think they thought that they would definitely get away with it, and we know that Straight Drop had wanted a record career, a rap career, in which it appears to us that he was promised a rap career, and they had started to gift him with that, and many people thinking that that was the payment, one of the payments for taking Young Dolph out. So you have to wonder who would be able to have that type of payment to give somebody. That means you would have to have like a record label or something like that, some connects to be able to pay somebody to go and take out another famous rapper. Hint, hint. Okay, so. But what I was saying in one of my last videos is, I'm hearing that Cornelius is also a singer and a rapper. Okay, even though people didn't know a whole lot about Cornelius. Okay, um, I'm hearing that he sings and he raps, okay? And he loves to write raps, right? Okay, so that was something, as I said in another video, that was something that was extremely surprising to me, which I guess is should not have been surprising, because it seems now that a lot of these people are promising, some of these people in the background promising these little dudes record deals and things of that nature, as well as a little bit of money for taking someone out if they go out and be their little hitters or whatever. And as the FBI said, ain't nobody spending no hit money, okay, but the lawyers, and they're proving it, okay?
No, this is not a
But
members video.
the word
It's
on the
actually
street is that
made in
Cornelius
public.
is saying that if they don't do something really quick, he gonna start talking. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, the person said, I wonder how much more, what he's going to tell, because he has already been putting some things in the atmosphere. He has not been quiet. We know from the very beginning that Cornelius was the one that was first arrested first, and after he was arrested, okay, Straight Drop was arrested afterwards. And let me just give you a little tea on this. And I said, I did say this. I said, well, if you look at Cornelius Smith and you look at him in Straight Drop kind of looks at him in court as, I know you might have said something, you MF. He kind of gives them the side eye. And so one of the people that I was talking to said, well, do you notice how we kind of keep them separated? Because Straight Drop kind of don't hide his disdain for Cornelius Smith, okay? He kind of don't hide it. All right. So I mean, y'all, this stuff is interesting, but to continuously, they say Cornelius is very vocal, but I said that in the last video a couple weeks ago. But he's starting to get more and more restless. If they don't do something, if they don't hurry up and do something, they don't do what's right, I'ma start talking. I'm gonna start talking. And so it's just kind of funny, because they say, but it ain't like he's been quiet, because he hadn't been quiet like that. So I guess he's got some more. Somebody is not moving at the speed that Cornelius would like them to move at, because he gonna put some more stuff out into the atmosphere. So y'all, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, it's definitely gonna be interesting. And here's the thing, and this is just in my opinion, based on what I've been told and what they have, it leads me to the conclusion that Cornelius was definitely out there. Okay, I know that Cornelius had an attorney. He's a high-priced attorney too. Okay, he's not the most high-priced one in Memphis, but he's definitely high-priced. Okay, he's one of the better ones, and it seems like he had him immediately. Somebody definitely wanted to start taking care of Cornelius immediately. I believe whoever it is that was taking care of him, they didn't necessarily care about what he had put into the atmosphere about Straight Drop, but it would not have been hard for the police to zone in on Straight Drop, because as I said, Straight Drop and JoJo Sweat and all those little dudes they put themselves out there, in the beginning. They were very boastful about what they had done. So it would not have been hard for the police to zone in on them or to get Cornelius Smith to nod his head that they were going in the right direction. Okay. But let's just be clear. I do believe that based on what I've been told, that Cornelius Smith is involved. I do believe that he was definitely out there. It was a lot of little dudes out there, y'all. There were definitely other cars out there. The police is well aware of it. The authorities are well aware of the cars that was out there. As I said, they have had witnesses that knew about this situation to work with them. And hey, I have to say I'm very proud of how they have kept the witnesses protected, being that the people that was behind this had worked hard and endlessly with the vloggers and things of that nature that they had put on the internet to try to find the witnesses. I'm happy that they have been very proactive in making sure that these witnesses have been kept safe. But let's just make it clear, I do believe that he was out there. Based on what I was told, I don't see how he could not have been out there. And based on what I was told, he might get some deals based on everything that he is telling, but he ain't gonna get off. Okay. If he gets off, I'll be very surprised. But based on what I've been told, what I've been saying from the beginning, before they ever even said that there was 2,000 pages of evidence and counting, I kept saying, when people were saying, well, they're saying that Cornelius Smith is innocent.
Shelly, yeah, I'm okay. I think what you're hearing is the music in the background on this video.
Said, listen, I wasn't out there, but based on what I've been told by reliable sources, I don't know how they're gonna get off. And I maintain that, okay? But Cornelius is getting restless. I don't know if the money is running low as it relates to that lawyer. I don't know, but I hear he's getting more and more restless every day. So I would have to assume, even though he might have told some, he got a lot more where that came from if they don't do something. Okay, they said those are his words. If they don't do something, because he's getting more and more chatty. Okay, he's getting more and more chatty. Okay, so I think I spoke about that 2 weeks ago. I kind of threw out some hints. See, I know I throw out hints, but I had the opportunity to sit down and get quite a bit of tea, and I'll give y'all some more of that tea. As time progressed, I can't give it all away. And not because I'm trying to hold it. It's just because you have to, we're hoping that, Cornelius just, even though I think Cornelius is going in the right direction of doing the right thing, we want Cornelius to just go on and feel more comfortable to continue on doing the right thing. Okay. But anyways, let's move on to Orange Mound Quit, okay? Because I ended up getting some tea on Orange Mound Quit also. And Orange Mound Quit is an interesting specimen, okay? They're trying to say that Orange Mound Quit is the person that did this, that paid for the hit. We know, even though Orange Mound Quit was a drug dealer and he was out in the street, they say getting money and things of that nature, he was still living over there in Orange Mound. And shout out to the people in Orange Mound. I always say that Orange Mound has a lot of history and first community that African Americans started living in, really able to buy homes and things of that nature. That was very proud of that. So shout out to Orange Mound, okay? But I just have to be real. I don't know anybody getting money like that, living in a house that he was living in over there. Okay, maybe it was rental property. Okay, because people do that. Because I'm hearing that Gotti had rental property right around that house that car was in. Okay, but that ain't nothing. Okay, because people buy rental properties. My dad got a whole lot of rental properties. Okay, but Orange Mound quit. Okay, they're saying that he paid for. They're saying at this point that he paid for the hit when we know that Orange Mound quit ain't had no money to pay for no hit. Orange Mound quit at one point had if you all, I was the one that went into the computer back in January and did a video, and I was the one that put out that he had declared himself indigent. Orange Mound Quit had asked the court to hire him a private investigator because he had declared himself indigent. Now, even though he did, Massey is still on as his attorney. Okay, and I think I had explained that even though he's still on as his attorney, sometimes what they'll do is they will start taking less money and allow the county to pay them, right? Well, Orange Mound Quet is an interesting specimen. I hear, first of all, Orange Mound Quet, I was told yesterday, he is in high profile custody, okay? They made an area down in lower level housing. They put him in an isolated area down there. They isolated his pod and put him in high profile custody, okay, down there in I believe he's in lower level J or something like that. And so, as I had said before, they can actually start isolating pods and not put anybody else in a pod with an inmate and make it a high profile pod and just isolate them. Straight drop is very unique because what they had to do is put straight drop away from all of the inmates. Okay, straight drop is around he comes in contact with nobody. So that just lets you know how profile he is. So I guess that's the reason why when he's out, people try to jack him every time they see him. But Orange Mound Quet is in a pod by himself. He's not in a dorm with anybody else. They also have him in high profile custody. I did not know that, but they made his cell an isolated cell, and he's in high profile custody too. So he is also being protected. I didn't know that, but I was told that yesterday. And I was told that Orange Mound Quit, hey, he does not eat the jail food, okay? They're able to order now. I guess they've gotten more innovative. They can have fresh favorites, which comes from the cafeteria within, you could pay within the jail. And that's what he eats, fresh favorites, or they can have food brought to them, okay? So food is ordered, and I'm hearing that it's 2 times as or 3 times as expensive, and that's what he eats every single day, right? The officers bring it to his cell every day, and it's not just for Orange Mound Quet. This is for any inmate that can afford it.
Hey, is this you? Too many alerts, way too many tools, not enough.
I'm hearing Orange Mound Quet I guess he's fortunate enough to afford it every day, because they say he has not eaten any of the regular inmate food since he has been there. He has always had fresh favorites, and I'm hearing now that they can have food ordered in from the outside, like on certain days if they want McDonald's or something like that. The officers search it down or whatever, and as they would do, and they get that too. But they say he has not eaten any of the regular inmate food. He spends plenty of money, and he's had the money to do it every day since he has been there. Now, Orange Mound Quet was probably arrested back in August, and so, hey, he's spending plenty of money. Here is a bombshell. Orange Mound Quet has hired some high-profile lawyers from out of Atlanta. Okay, he's got lawyers that has been hired. So what I did was I was like, oh, okay. So when they told me that after I got home, I went and I looked and I see that Massey is still his attorney. But what the person did tell me is they may bring them in up under Massey. And they said, and I know for a fact that the attorneys are coming from Atlanta, which means, now, if you remember the O.J. Simpson's case, the same thing happened. This could be a replica of that. Johnny Cochran was the lead attorney, and they started to bring in other high profile attorneys from other areas. They were, practicing in different states. Some of them, because Paul Newfield and all of them were from New York, but they had certain expertise. Okay. But they had license to practice in LA. Okay. So this could be one of those. And Johnny Cochran just stayed on in as the lead attorney. And this could be very well what is happening. But the thing about it is, who is paying for these attorneys? Who is paying for these attorneys? But as I said, the rumor is that they was mad at Quet, Straight Drop's people, because he had not given Straight Drop all of his money. But like I said, the word on the street was that Quet did not get all of his money, and all of that is probably starting to change. Okay, it's probably starting to change. But I mean, I'm not going to be phony. You never know with that situation, because me personally, I kind of believe that they was planning on selling Straight Drop up the river. Okay, but money is being spent for sure. But it's weird because he declared himself indigent. Okay, as I said, he asked the courts to pay for him a investigator. I made a mistake and said attorney, but he had asked the courts to pay for him an investigator. Okay, so it's really tricky. Okay, it's not that tricky. I think they're trying to be smart, but in this situation, they can't be smart. They're gonna have to spend some money. Okay, and the course is going to see that. And this kind of happens quite a bit when people think that they're slick, but Orange Mound Quet can't afford to play broke like he ain't got no money, because his life is on the line. We know that Orange Mound Quet ain't had no money to pay for no hit. Even though I hear that Big Jook do some dirty stuff, has always done dirty stuff. I don't believe that he would have stepped out and did that without going over that with somebody above him. Hint, hint. Okay. Y'all gonna get a whooping.
Whatever else you ready to Lisa, I'm gonna pay this. But when this shit break back on, I want 10%. I want you to make it, really. I'm saving you in a coup de time. So don't think I'm trying to get over. You don't want to get put out there. You don't want to get correct. But just hit my DM, man. You just tight. Feel me? This is where they come to earth. This is another piece of it. Feel me? Alright. I don't know. You so far after where you said, nobody even know the deal be made. You feel me? So I got up to bring me and girl and push the other. Talked about it here. But whoever does it, say it for real, man.
You gonna get a whooping, little girl.
Being producing videos while the label budgets is cut off. Labels, they cut out right now. Never mind. We still open. CMD still open. Budget's never controlled. You feel me? But, so I can put on some of this dude. If it's real, that's hard. We gotta go to the store. I didn't real shit. I'm going to cash it bang.
I'm not playing with you.
Right now. You feel me? We got money right now, man. Pull up, make this shit happen for me. I think we're gonna hurt a lot of these guys. These niggas can't go without making money, man. They don't check it, man. They wasted all on the drip. See all this drip, I ain't bad. See that? We worried. We not worried. You feel me? All that shit y'all get. You feel me? Oh no, they see how y'all get. Fuck them on up. You see that? Let me guys fuck them on up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this time. I ain't fucking up. That's how I wanna do it.
See, you have to understand, people want to omit certain people. And I know it's easy because people always talk about how Big Jook always did, how loyal he is to his brother. He always did the dirt of his brother. He would always go do his brother's time. And if you look at some of his posts, he put, I'll go do time for my brother. I'll go die for my brother. He put that in a, but it's easy for people to say that at some point in their life. And when they start to get older, they got kids. 60 years is a long time. You ain't gonna get out no more. You gonna go ahead and croak on over up in there, especially you pushing 50. Okay, but you have to think about what Big Jook them, and Yo Gotti them. You have to look at some of those artists around them. Okay, some of those. See, straight drop in them are the low hanging fruits, and trust me. Okay, they're just the limbs. Okay, Orange Mound Quince would be the branch. Y'all know I always talk about the roots of a tree. That's my favorite. I love to do that. And straight dropping they're the low hanging fruit. Straight drop, and they're the limbs, and Cornelius and all the rest of them little dudes that was out there. Okay, teasing them. And Orange Mound Quince and teasing them. I'll say teasing Orange Mound Quince will probably be the branch. Okay. But you have to think about, there are about 4 other people or more that's the roots. They were the ones that held that tree up. Okay, they're the roots of the tree, which means that they are the problems. Okay, and people want to omit some of those people, but I just don't think any of them are worthy of being omitted. Okay, and y'all probably gonna see that in the end. Okay. But yes, indeed, you guys, I wanted to give the tea on that. Okay. Cornelius is getting restless. He has gotten restless. Okay. And Orange Mound Quince got a team from out of Atlanta that's coming in, has hired a team from out of Atlanta. And hey, they're high price attorneys, but they're going to put them at this point up under Massey. Okay.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Okay. So I guess it would look like, sometimes when you don't see their main attorneys or whatever in court, that you'll go, okay, well, that's a team that's probably working in Massey's office. When actually that's probably how they're trying to do it. But I got, when you get the tea on stuff, that it's a high priced firm from out of Atlanta that they're kind of putting up on the Massey right now that they've hired to represent him, child. So, child, this stuff is gonna get interesting. And as I said, I had got the tea that it's looking like that their trial, if they don't plead out for some of them, will start in January of 2024. Okay. That's what it's looking like right now. Okay. This case is far from over because there will be other indictments, and you can mark my word on that one. That check gonna cash. I promise you that. Young Dolph has a really big case. It is. It's amazing how many people I'm hearing, that is being looked at and that is involved. All of this. So many people's lives are going to be ruined, all because they wanted to ruin one man's life. And I think they're going to see in the end that it was absolutely just not worth it. Absolutely just not worth it. As I have been saying to my members, my subscribers, especially my members, we're on indictment watch because some more indictments are going to be coming down. And when those come down, it's going to be some more, right? But I got some hot piping tea on, some more hot tea, especially on Orange Mound Quince, but I'm going to wait until the coast is clear. We can't release too much into the atmosphere just yet. When the coast is clear, I'm going to release that to my members, of course. All right. Again, I want to say rest in peace to Young Dolph, and my heart goes out to his family. Such a talent and such a senseless killing. And as I always say, those that are involved, whether it be the people that paid, the people that carried this out, the people that actually has been trying to get money to help cover up or to help to eliminate those who could give this young man justice in totality. May they all be brought to justice, okay? And I got a really good feeling, okay? I have a lot of confidence in the people that's working this case. I do. Shout out to the witnesses and their bravery and wanting to do what's right. May our people start to understand the power that we have to build up our community and stop taking out potential leaders. It's been happening since the 60s. It seems like anybody that has the bravery to help to lead our community out of bondage, they're taken down, right? It started with Dr. King. It started way before then, because we got Medgar Evers, we got all of those ones that they don't even talk about, okay? But definitely Malcolm X, um, other people that the media has kind of blacked out because they don't ever want us to know about. If we ever know the power that we have and how great of leaders we had that came before us, to include women. I talk about Cornelia Crenshaw, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, all of those people that they only talk about every now and again, and then we forget, okay? Or they just completely black out. They don't ever want us to know that there's a blueprint. They keep us consumed with trying to take each other out, and they keep our communities poor and things of that nature, so people can kill a leader that would help to bring them and their families out of bondage, okay? They'll do it for $1, okay? And so this stuff has got to stop. Definitely rest in peace to Young Dolph, okay? But anyways, you guys, I wanted to put that into the atmosphere. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. How much I appreciate you supporting the channel, okay? It means a lot to me, and I definitely don't take it for granted or take it lightly, okay? I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll talk with you later.
Y'all see, I did that video back March 18th of 2023. So that was 2 years ago, right? So y'all see people steals my information and regurgitate it, which is cool. I'm the blueprint, so why not? All right. But I think everything, it's been 2 years, everything as it relates to what I was going to say, because I think then what I was holding was, I think I said I was not going to put it out about Orange Mound Quit, but I think what it was is he was disassociating himself from Cornelius and Straight Drop, as far as he was not going, because everybody thought that they were all charge partners and stuff. I knew at that point that he was not going to be a charge partner with them at all. Okay. So that's what I was saying, that I'm gonna wait and before I put it out. That's the tea I had. Of course, it's 2 years later. We all see now that he was not affiliated. Well, he disassociated himself, his attorneys and stuff, from them at all. He never even went to court when they was in court. At one point, Straight Drop and Cornelius was charge partners, and then Cornelius disassociated himself from Straight Drop. Okay. When Orange Mound Quit went in, they thought he was going to be a charge partner, but I don't think he ever associated himself with them. So, says Harriet Tubman looked like she had just. They say she would kill somebody. Okay. Anyways, you guys, did y'all enjoy the show tonight? Did you all enjoy the show tonight? What Mr. Parker talking about? Mr. Parker, no, he be cutting up in the chat. What he talked about tonight? He been cutting up again tonight. As always, of course, it ain't nothing new. Yeah, they are, Stephen. About the sundress. He said, what was I watching? What was I doing buying stiletto heels and sundresses? I haven't. Yeah, I got some stuff in my basket. I ain't gonna even tell no story. I'm getting ready to buy a sundress. I'm getting ready to show y'all right quick. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to show y'all the sundress that I'm getting ready to buy. Oh my God, they've taken it out of my. No, they didn't. I thought they took it out of my basket. I'm getting ready to buy this, of course. Of course, this is what's in the. This is one of the sundresses that's in the basket. Okay. This is one of the dresses that's in the basket right here that I'm getting ready to buy. So you are right. I am getting ready to buy that sundress. Y'all know I've been waiting for the springtime to come. I love dresses like that. I love dresses like that. So because you could dress them up or down. You can wear them with flip flops, or you can wear them with heels. Of course, you see she kind of got it dressed. It's a chic look. I love a chic look. So I'm getting ready to buy that dress. So you're right, Mr. Parker. Why are you trying to be smart? And I'm getting ready to buy this dress. I'm getting ready to buy this dress. And I wore something similar to work today, except for it was a skirt. Okay. It was a skirt. I dressed it down though. I dressed it down. But I wore something. I'm buying this dress right here. I love this color. And I love gray. I love to take gray and pair it with red stiletto heels. Okay. I like the slit on the side of that dress. I wore a skirt today, a long skirt that was rust color with a slit on the side, but I dressed it down because what I did was I put on some boots. Okay. See how cute that is? That is just so freaking cute. That is just so freaking sexy and cute. And what I'm gonna do with that dress is I'm going to dress it up because I'm gonna put on some red stiletto heels that I got. Okay, with that. That's a chic look. Okay. So I'm ordering that dress. So those are the two dresses that I was looking at that I'm ordering. That's gonna be my therapy for tonight. I deserve it. Okay. Shell, don't encourage her. She only shops for herself. Whatever, Mr. Parker. Says the guy who only, y'all do know Mr. Parker has a podcast, right? And Mr. Parker only wears Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren stuff is so freaking expensive. He only wears Ralph Lauren clothes. Like he has his whole closet on his podcast. Like he wears nothing but Ralph Lauren stuff. Steven said, forget the dress. Where can I find that model? So anyway, I just decided to show y'all a video. That's one of the videos that I did a voiceover for. It takes so long to do them. That's why I don't do them like that no more. It took so long. And then they started, that video only got about 3,000 views because they started, it was a good video. What they started doing was they started striking at it. Low down bitches. Okay. Because they was jealous. Okay. But guess what? I don't only buy it for me, do I? Mr. Parker says, same as my name, Shelly. Mr. Parker got a podcast. He only wears hold on, let me show y'all. He only wears polo. Okay, he only wears polo. That's an expensive habit to have, okay? Y'all, hold on. Let me show y'all something. Hold on, you guys. I think, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me show you all.
Story.
Y'all, that's Mr. Parker right there being in the chat talking all this
will
shit.
Be the desert camo denim. Now, desert camo from a color palette perspective is not flashy or flamboyant. However, the desert camo print
AC Bully said all he wears polo.
Camo has been back in style for quite a while now, and the traditional camo, which is of the green, brown, black, and tan variety.
Shout out to Mr. Parker doing his thing on his podcast. HD Bully says all he wears is polo. Okay, he said all he wears is polo too. I guess that's how most men wear though, because when you see a lot of men, you know, those that care about their appearance, I guess. Well, you don't have to just care about your appearance to wear polo, because a lot of men just wear nice stuff. They care about how they look. Okay, they be clean and don't be slouchy and dirty clothes and dirty fingernails and dirty shoes. Okay. You know. Because you see some men, they'll have on the same thing. They swear they get money, but they wear the same thing 5 and 6 damn days in a row. They don't take no bath. Okay. Anyways, that's the first thing that came up, Mr. Parker. I was just showing them a glimpse of your podcast. That's the first thing that came up. Anyways, I was looking at it's funny though. It's funny though, because I was looking at today. I love umbrellas. I do. I love umbrellas. And I was looking at this Ralph Lauren umbrella that I want. It was pink. I was looking at that on the Ralph Lauren site today. That pink umbrella. I like umbrellas a lot. And then it's April, it's coming up, so it's gonna rain a lot, all that good stuff. Anyways, did you all enjoy the show tonight? I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. I'm getting ready. I'm tired. Yeah, I was trying to take a nap today. And when I got home, I was so tired. My cases have picked up. And that's just how it is. Like they picked up. So a sister be even in the cold, right? Even in the cold, I have to be out working, right? Hold on, y'all. Even in the cold, I be out working. So I be so tired. I be so tired when I get home. I be so tired when I get home. I do. And it's only going to get worse as it starts to get warmer. Yeah, I tell you. But I'm up for it though. I'm up for it. And that's that. He said, "Why I played it, Mr. Park? You look nice in that video. You didn't want me to play it. You look nice in the video. I mean, I try to play you a compliment. Okay. Anyways, you guys, hey, I appreciate you all getting getting on tonight. Mr. Parker drinking that whiskey. Okay. I appreciate you all getting on tonight. As always, y'all. I'm tired. Okay. I am. I'm really tired. And anyways, if you all want to support the channel, y'all could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Now, I did have up, Mr. Parker needs to stop playing. He just, I told him I played the video. He looked nice in the video. Okay. Is that what I said to Mr. Parker? You look nice in the video. Y'all, do we have the likes where they need to be before I get off? Are the likes up? Let me see. You all, we don't have 100 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Well, there are some people that have came in here and have not hit the like button. There are people come and go out, consistently. Some hit the like button, some don't. If you have not hit the like button, please do hit the like button, okay? If you haven't hit the like button, please do like, share, and subscribe, okay? Anyways, you guys, like I said, I enjoyed being on here with you all today. I'll get back on tomorrow. It's cold outside. Like it's 23 degrees right now. So I mean, I ain't trying to get out tomorrow. I'm trying to sleep. I may just upload some videos. There are some crime shows, like some missing persons shows that I wanted to do that I will have time to do tomorrow, and I'm gonna upload them. The reason I did want to say this, the reason that I posted about who won the CMG and pre-war, really there are no winners at all, right? Young Dolph unfortunately lost his life. Yo Gotti has lost a lot since then. And it seems like to me, he hasn't been able to just balance himself out right as it relates to that. I think that situation, what happened to Young Dolph, will continuously follow him, right? It will continuously follow him, unfortunately, for him. But I guess, fortunately for Dolph's family and fans, people won't let them forget what they did, what they took away. And I guess they should not be allowed to forget, right? Young Dolph was a human being. And the reason I talk so much about it is not because I am trying to make Yo Gotti's life a living hell. I can't make his life a living hell. The reason I talk about it is it has more to do with ministry, right? I feel like me having a platform, even whether it's big or not, I have an obligation to put into the atmosphere and have these young men to take notice of what happened. I want to put a magnifying glass on what happens when you take money for hits, how you get left out there, and then how your life is ultimately taken in the end too, because Cornelius and Straight Drop's life has been taken, right? They did it to themselves, right? A whole lot of other people's lives are being made a living hell because they decided that they wanted to be gangsters and they're not gangsters, and they took this man's life. And so if I can consistently put a magnifying glass on this and show these young men, this is not the route to take. Do not allow these producers or nobody with any money to dangle money in your face and make you believe, or dangle a carrot in your face and make you believe that if you go do this, if you go take this person out and ruin this person's life and take them away from their family, just like the devil tried to do Jesus, that you're going to get all the riches in the world. I talk about Straight Drop's story because Straight Drop's story is exactly a prime example of what the devil did to Jesus when he was in the wilderness. The devil tried to tempt Jesus, right? He promised to give Jesus everything if he would just break his fast and eat. He promised him all of the riches, all of the worldly things, right? And Jesus told, and this is a word right here, Jesus told the devil, we shall not live by bread alone, okay? But by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. And so what do we hear? We hear people call money bread all the time. I got to get my bread. I got to get my bread by any means necessary. And Jesus told the enemy, we shall not live by bread alone. That means money should not be made to be your God, right? And a lot of people are destroying their lives and other people's lives because they have made money their God, okay? They are allowing the devil to tempt them and is ultimately being destroyed because evil will never prevail and it cannot win. Never has and never will, right? So we talk about the spirit of Young Dolph, but there is still a God. God says, whatever a man soweth, that's just what he is going to reap. The laws of the earth is in effect as it relates to Young Dolph. Not one single person that was involved will get off. It ain't got a damn thing to do with me or no other vlogger on here, because we ain't God. We're not God. But it has everything to do with the laws of the earth being in effect. Okay? And ain't nobody, and I do mean nobody, is omitted from that. Because we're all mere man. Okay? So whatever man soweth, that's just what you're going to reap. Whoever was involved, whoever played a part. We're not the judge and the jury. Okay? But I do know that there's a higher power that is the judge and the jury. They're going to get it back. So I don't have to wish anything for you. You just wish this. I don't wish nothing. I don't have to wish anything. It's not my job to wish anything. Okay? It is my job to continuously try and push and promote what is right. That's it. That's my job. That's your job. It's really everybody's job to try and promote what is right and what is and put a magnifying glass on what is wrong. And what is wrong is some people got together and plotted on that young man's life and paid for his life to be taken from him. They interrupted his life. And so the laws of the earth is in effect. Whatever man soweth, that's just what he's going to reap. They sowed those seeds. They sowed those seeds. So don't come over here looking at me. Okay? Well, she this and that. Kiss my ass. Okay? Eat the shit out of my motherfucking ass. Okay? Excuse my French. I'm not God. I get on here and I talk my shit like everybody else. I just happen to be accurate. Okay? But when it's all said and done, I don't have the power to do anything as it relates to the fate of any of those young men. I knew damn well, okay, that I was not on here trying to solve a case. Never have been. I ain't trying to figure out nothing. That's the job of the FBI and the police. If y'all hear me say something, it's because I got it from the folks that's invested, that already know what's going on. Okay, somebody in the camp has said something to me about it, right? It's not because I'm snooping around, okay, to try to find out anything, okay, because that's just not my job. So I always said that I knew that there was going to be justice, okay, and we've gotten some of it thus far. But I told y'all that the reason I played that video back, almost 3 years ago, is because I wanted for people to see that I've been saying the same thing forever. Even when they came on here and attacked me, they was trying to get me to, leave or change, scare me. I guess they thought I was gonna change what I was saying, right? If they had left me alone, I would have went on about my business. I probably would have had stopped vlogging. But because they were such gutter motherfuckers, I had to let them know I always been like that. If you think you're gonna make me do something, I'm gonna do the total opposite. If you bitches had wanted me off of here, all you had to do was leave me alone. I would have got bored and went on. You see, I don't be on here this much now. I always had a life. YouTube has never paid a bill that I had. So I didn't have to get on here telling no lies or anything like that. It takes too much to try to sit up and think of a damn lie to tell. Okay? I don't have time for stuff like that. My brain don't work like that because I be from one thing to the other. That's why I forget anything somebody tell me. If I don't say anything within the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna forget what you told me because I don't hold on to stuff like that, right? So nobody won the war. If I had to, if I had to, I say that Young Dolph's artist has won, and it don't have anything to do with if people. But I like, because people have a choice. You know, some people like Young Dolph's artists. A lot of people like them. That's why they're making money. And then some like, you know, your goddess artist better. I'm not in here, and I'm not in no damn pissing contest as it relates to nothing like that. I'd be a damn fool. They have a right to like whoever they want to like better. But what I'm saying is, with all of this that has happened, you don't hear any negativity that is affiliated with Young Dolph's artists. So I feel like they are the ones that are leading. Even when all this happened, they could have really just crashed out. But them dudes was a class act, and God is going to bless them real good for that. Okay? I feel like God is already blessing them real good, right? You can't just handicap or take these young men's CEO that was helping to change their life and think you're going to laugh at them. God says whatever it is that you wish up on somebody else is the very thing that'll come up on you. So you better be careful about your thoughts and your words. Okay? It's some people that you just cannot mess with. Okay, you don't know the prayers of their ancestors. You don't know who their great grandmothers were, and what their prayers were. Some of these people had a covenant with God for God to protect and to shield and get justice for their lineage to come. That was already prayer sealed for a whole lot of us before we were even thought about, years and years and years, because of our great grandmamas and grandfathers and stuff. And then you take your raggedy ass and think that you can destroy somebody. You get your payback quick. Some people are, well, I just did it and I get my payback, because it's just some people you can't touch. They covered. It's dangerous to even think about touching them. You'll have a stroke and die real quick. You'll have a damn heart attack and die. So that's why you have to be very meticulous about what you do. Look at how they killed that boy, and God allowed for so many different people, even though they had their asses on here lying, because Young Dolph believed in getting to the money. Even people that's disrespecting his name, it's a way to keep his case out there. He helping some of them to eat. A lot of them came straight out the goddamn crack house, eating crack and meth and all of that. And because God has allowed his name to hit a different way. Every time somebody do a video on him, they getting a lot of views and they getting paid. That's the Young Dolph's way. He's still feeding a lot of these people. Okay, unfortunately, he you know, a lot of these folks got crack habits, and he feeding that too. Okay, but we're gonna pray for God to take that pipe up out their damn mouth. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start, instead of talking about it, we're gonna pray for God to take that pipe out their mouth. Okay, they're not gonna even want a hit of it no more. We're gonna pray for them to start coming out of the meth house. Okay, when they wander out of the meth house this next time, God gonna take the taste for meth up out of their damn mouth. And okay, the brain is already a scrambled egg. Okay, because they done fried it from so many drugs. But we praying for restoration of the brain too. Okay, that's what we doing. Okay, so but yeah, that's the Young Dolph's way. And so even when people try and go and replicate what he has done, it just don't hit the same. Okay, we see folks try to take his swag and his style, it just don't hit the same. Okay, and so Young Dolph would never be forgotten. He would never be forgotten. Listen, people started coming to my channel because I never had planned on vlogging on Young Dolph. When I got back on here, y'all know what I had said. I said, dog, I said, okay, so I got my TV show, so I'm getting ready to get back on. I'm gonna get on YouTube. Okay, I said I'm gonna get on YouTube, and that was around the time my dad got sick. So I started taking my laptop and stuff. This is how God works. I started taking my laptop and stuff when I would be up there with my dad. I wasn't at my studio. because I was spending more time at the hospital and stuff with my dad. And so I would have the opportunity to just sit on my blog, sit on YouTube, because I was bored. And I found this is around the time Young Dolph was killed. I didn't know anything about Young Dolph. Look, hush, hell. I didn't know anything about Young Dolph. I've always been honest about that. And so I would be sitting up there. My dad was sick. He had an accident. He went to the hospital and he was doing good. Okay. He had an accident. Okay. One night at the hospital, and the bed at the hospital was not working. There's supposed to be an alarm on the bed. So he got up to use the restroom and fell and hit his head on the table. Lord have mercy. This bothers me so bad. But God get me through it. Okay. He fell and hit his head on the hospital table because their bed was broken over there at Methodist Central. Okay. And he went into a coma, and he didn't come back this way. He just deteriorated from that point. So we would be up there. So and this he was in this position for a real long time. When he started opening his eyes again, he just was not right anymore. He would remember stuff sometimes because he was in a coma where he didn't open his eyes for 2 months. Okay. And then after that, when he started opening his eyes, he wasn't the same. And I remember going up there when they told me to open his eyes, I ran up there and I thought I was going to have my same dad. And I remember walking in there saying, "Dad, I'm here. Dad, it's me. I'm here." And it was just, I went into the restroom. I remember going into the restroom and crying because I could tell when my dad looked at me, he would never be the same. His response, I just knew, just the sharp elected official that everybody loved. It was over. I knew. So I would take my computer and I would go up there and I started looking at YouTube. This was around the time that this happened to, Young Dolph. And that's how I started paying attention to the Young Dolph's case. I had never listened to his music or nothing. Okay. Yeah, I had not. I had only met him once. And I met him once. He was in a chicken shop, a high wing shop on Elvis Presley or whatever. He was paying for everybody's food and passing out his CDs. I pay for your food if you listen to my CD. That's what he was saying to everybody, But anyways, that's how I started. I never meant for it to happen. And so that's how I started vlogging on the Young Dolph's case. Cold Figure was one of the first people that I had listened to. I started listening to him. And even my mother started listening to him. My mama was liking him so well because he was the only person I felt at the time. Everybody knew what had happened. Everybody knew who was involved in Memphis. And I felt like Cold Figure was hitting it on the spot. He knew, and he was not afraid to call out the people that had did this to him. Right. And so that's one of the reasons, that I still respect him. We looked at his blog and stuff all the time. He was having a panel. And then like shortly after that, I started blogging on the case. So I was like, dog, because I got on to talk about missing persons, but I had no idea all of that stuff was gonna go on with my dad. But anyways, that's how, but God just meant for it to happen. God meant for it to happen that way, because normally I would not have even been interested in anything like that. Right. And so, like I said, I probably would have left because I had so much going on, but they started messing with me. Right. They started messing with me. CMG started sending their bloggers and their hackers to mess with me. I guess they thought they was going to make my life a living hell. I guess that's what they thought. But guess what? I'm still here. Some of them probably don't. Okay. Lord, don't, because I want to, y'all, because I really want to say some real mean stuff. Okay. But I'm not gonna say it because I'll get myself mad talking about what the motherfuckers did when my daddy was sick. Because motherfucker, YouTube paid y'all bills. You bitches was on here turning tricks for some of these damn producers and record heads like CMG and Gotti and Black Youngster and Moneybag. You motherfuckers was doing it. You bitches supposed to be men was turning tricks. Because anytime you get on here and start hacking and fucking with folks because you think your shitty ass artist gonna get a deal, or you think you get ready to start getting gigs and shit like that, bitch, you's a hoe. You turning tricks, bitch. I ain't have to get on here and do that. Some of these niggas talking about they getting money, use a trick turner, hoe. Because it ain't nowhere in the world nobody could ever have me on YouTube turning tricks like you bitches did. Okay? For crumbs. And you still ain't got shit but a motherfucking indictment coming for witness tampering. That check gonna cash. You motherfuckers is going to jail because you're a bunch of motherfucking scammers. Okay? Stealing folks' identities and selling it to the damn Hispanics and shit like that. Don't you motherfuckers get me started. But I think about what Joseph said to his brothers when they sold him into slavery. They threw him into the pit, the furnace of affliction. They threw him into the pit, and then he was sold into slavery. And in the end, when he went through everything he went through, he had to go through it because God had told him he was going to make him ruler over a kingdom. Joseph said, it had to happen, but it was so good for me. It had to happen, but it was good for me. Okay? Because it was so much that I got to learn and I got to see. Okay? And because of what some of these motherfuckers did, I stayed over there with the feds. And guess what? Now I'm working for them. Okay? I stayed over there. I guess they said we might as well go ahead and bring her on. Okay? It had to happen, but it was so good for me. Okay? So, oftentimes we think people doing us wrong, but God's setting us up for something. Okay, God is setting us up for something. Okay, God's setting us up for something. Thank you, Shelly Shell. Anyways, you guys, I sure appreciate you all getting on here with me tonight. They about to work a sister to death, though. They about to work me to death. Before I did contracted work with them. Now I just flat out work with them. It had to happen, but it was good for me. Okay. They about to work a sister to death, but it's good for me. Okay. Anyways, you guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I'm tired. I got to get off of here. I may get back on tomorrow. I'll just be chilling. I'm going to do, as I had told you all before, I want to start doing more missing persons videos. Of course, we'll talk about Young Dolph and stuff as it relates to inspiration, because I think it's time for us to start. When we talk about him, he's so much more than a young man that walked into a cookie shop and was taken out because of jealousy. I think God had been dealing with me about that. I know when we talk about, because what happened to Young Dolph, it ain't about nobody other than God. and what God had put on the inside of him to do the 36 years he was here. He did so much more. So we need to magnify that. We need to do inspiration as it relates to making yourself better, getting to the money and getting to the money the right way, bettering yourself, positioning yourself so that when opportunities come along, you can get to the money and better your life. Like that's what we need to think about. I think when we magnify the people that did this to them, that's giving them, making them famous or whatever. They don't deserve that, right? He is much more than just a black man that was walking into a cookie shop to support another black business that was just slaughtered like that. He's much more than what they tried to reduce him to, okay? So we're going to start talking about him more when we talk about him in an inspirational way, right? And so I talk about him so much now, not because I hate Gotti, because I don't hate Gotti. I don't hate God. I just don't. My spirit don't work. My I'm not like that. Okay. I hate what they have done, because who cried more than me when I saw Straight Drop when they convicted him. Although my soul was happy for Young Dolph's family. I also was hurt for Straight Drop's mother. I was hurt for a young man that was sitting in court that threw himself into a world that he ain't ready for, sitting there trying to do everything that he could to keep from crying because he's getting ready to have a life of hell. That's the reason why I was on live crying. I'm a black woman that is a black mother, right? So we had to have justice, and I'm happy that Young Dolph's family got to see that was their loved one that they did that to. But as a black mother and a black woman, it gives me no pleasure to see a young black man that could have been a productive member of society have to go live out the rest of his life in jail. That hurt me. But he did it to himself. So when that person that posted in the comments, Young Dolph did this to himself, lady, I think it's gonna be best for you to stay out of my comments, okay? Because I really refrain from cussing you out like you was a motherfucking cow, bitch. Okay, Lord, I ain't mean for that to come out. It slipped, okay? But I refrained, okay? I refrained from it. But no, when I think about somebody doing something to themselves, Straight Dropping them did this to themselves. And even though Cornelius has he told what happened, he still has to pay for his part, and he knows that he had no business. How you gonna go kill a man so you can go buy your daughter ice cream cake? You go kill a multi-million-dollar man that would have probably bought your daughter the whole damn Baskin Robbins. If you had told him what they was trying to do, you would have had ice cream cake for days. If Lord, I see now I got to tell a joke. If you didn't sell it to Orange Mound Quince for your pills, okay? You would have had ice cream cake for days. For years, you'd have owned the business, okay? Until you decide you was tweaking and you trade off the pills to Orange Mound Quince for the Baskin Robbins, okay? So but yeah. So like I said, we'll talk more. We'll get more into that. But I really wish people would not come into my chat. I don't know why they feel like they need to come in my chat. Sitting up talking about Young Dolph got himself killed. No, he didn't get himself killed. That man was going into a damn business. They ain't had no business killing that man. Why should he even have to walk around with security? That's what I'm saying. People should have that mindset. Okay. I know we have to be careful, but dog, the truth of the matter is people, it shouldn't even be this way where people have to walk around with security just because they have attained some type of wealth. Okay. it shouldn't even be this way. But it's his fault. It his fault because he went and got rich and made money. He ain't give me none of that money. You know, you have people like that. Well, you know, Dolph was low down. You wouldn't give me none of his money. Okay. Why should he give you his money? Just fork out his money to you. Cause you know, I had needed because I want to go buy me a rock. You would have done overdose in a week. The man helped you out by not giving you more money for rocks. Okay. But that's the mindset of people. Okay. They get mad because somebody go and better themselves and they want to lay in bed all day and suck their thumb, keep their thumb in their mouth and their finger up their ass. Okay. That's how they sleep, with their thumb in their mouth and their finger up their booty. Okay. And then when they take their hand out their booty, it's to hold it out for somebody else to give them something that they've worked for when they need to get their asses up and go work. Okay. So it don't make no sense. It don't. So when people say that Yo Gotti is a success, I don't, I can't, and this is just how I feel. I don't subscribe to that. I don't, because I just see him as a destroyer. I see him as a destroyer and a betrayer. He destroyed, and then he turned around and betrayed the city when he destroyed that supported him. Okay. So I'm not sleeping. I guess because I was trying to sleep today and the puppies wouldn't let me sleep. I would doze off and they woke me up 3 or 4 times. So y'all know normally I'd be stretched out somewhere asleep, but I'm not sleepy, which means I'm choking down coffee. So that temperature dropping because I got the heater on and my house is getting cold. So still, which means I'm gonna have to turn it up because I can't sleep cold. I just can't do it. Anyway, y'all. All the bush people come out. The people that's in the bushes. I wish some of the people in the bushes would just come out and say hello. I don't care who you are. Okay. Even if it's Orange Mound Quit. We know Orange Mound Quit is a fan of the show. Okay. Even if he come out and say hello, I don't have no issues with it at all. Y'all know Orange Mound Quit brother be in here. And he don't and let me just say this. Cause I've heard people say, well, Orange Mound Quit brother be all in her motherfucking shit. And he come in here, he act better than some of these ones that claim they straight. Because you can't get mad at a man because he say he think his brother innocent. I guess he's supposed to think that that's his brother. But when he come in, I don't even. Oftentimes, I could feel when people's energy is off. Like when they come into my chat, they think they're gonna intimidate me, or they on with the shit. I've never picked up that, and I'm real good at picking up on stuff because I watch stuff real closely. I ain't never picked up on that with him ever. He said Germantown quit. Ain't got no. What's up, the Alabama hitter? He's still up late. He said Germantown quit. Ain't got no brother named Stanley. I don't know, Mr. Parker. I don't. Well, who you think it is then? He might have a brother named Stanley. He act better than a whole lot of damn fools that then came up in here acting a damn fool. Cause y'all know when they come in here acting up, I kick them out. And then somebody got jealous of him coming into the chat because somehow they blocked him. I didn't block him. The damn hackers blocked him. Low down bitches. They need the hackers need to block themselves, okay, and leave the people alone in my chat that know how to be civilized. He said South Haven quit and Stanley is the same person. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. Mm. Stanley, all right. Stanley, all right. He ain't never. Me and the women was about to jump and we jumped him one time. Okay. Because he said something that we didn't like. But then he came back in, he apologized. So I mean, when a person apologizes, it's on you then. Okay. So um she said I meant German G Town. He said Mr. Parker, he Bartlett grown and South Haven. My right hand itching, so I guess I need to go to the casino. Maybe I'll take my mom to the casino. Let me tell y'all something. The only reason I don't like taking my mom to the casino is that she gets on the pennies. And she may as well get on the dollars. I mean, because when they be betting pennies, they be betting $3 and $4. When I go, I play the 50-cent machine or the dollar machine. And they got all new machines. I haven't been in a very long time. Because when I lose, I if I'm gonna lose, I'm not gonna perpetuate it. I want to go ahead and lose if I'm gonna lose, but I'm a winner though. Okay, so I speak winning into the atmosphere. I'm going to the dollars because if I hit something, it's got to be worth my damn wow. So if I hit 30,000, it ain't. I don't want it to be no damn 30,000 pennies. I want it to be $30,000. That's how I look at it. So I lose my money within 15 minutes. I'll be all right. I tell my mama, well, I lost that in 15 minutes because the casino don't give out no money. And she'll go, girl, what did you do? You lost that money that quick, went straight to the dollar machine. I said, now I lost mine quick, and you're gonna make me sit down here and wait on you for 4 and 5 hours to lose yours to pennies. So I just sit there and order drinks and I order sex on the beach. I like that drink, okay? That's what I orders, and I sit behind my mom, I guess, until I be halfway drunk. Cause she not gonna get up. I ain't never seen nobody that could sit and play pennies and look around all day. She don't get up and go to the I said, don't you got the pee or something? Mm-mm. How can you sit at that machine and play pennies like that? I be trying to lure her. Don't you got to go pee or something? You want to go eat? Mm-mm. That's all she said. Mm-mm. Somebody gonna get my machine and jackpot. Lady, you steady putting a 20 in that machine. It ain't gonna hit. You put in there more. You putting in here, and people don't think a pen machine, the jackpot might be $500. Lady, you sitting here putting all these 20s in this machine, and you put in the machine so you can win a $500 jackpot, and you just put $800 in it. What kind of sense do that make? Well, I have to tell her, you don't want to go do. So when she get low in her money, I'll say, let's go to another casino. And that's how I get her out of there. And once I get in the car, I say, I don't feel like going to another casino. I don't feel good with going on home. Mr. Parker, why you think Stanley is quit? Stanley called into the show. I think if it was Quet, he would never have called in. People would recognize Quet's voice. I reckon. Child. But my right hand itching. Normally when my right hand itch, that means I got some money coming. So that's what it is. I need to go, and I need to go to the casino. I might hit a jackpot. That's what I need to do. I wish I had the money to play like the $10 and the $100 machines. Don't y'all know it be people down there playing the $100 machine? They just to be, I guess they rich people that just need to, you know, they need something to do. But I wish they would donate to the poor. I would just wish they would donate to the poor because it'd be a poor. I'm the poor person sitting right next to them. Them $100, they just need to hand them to me if they just want to get some money away. Because that's all the slot machines do is take their money. Why don't they just give it to me? Well, since y'all sick of me, I'm not sleepy. I told y'all I fell off this. I napped. I fell off to sleep like 3 or 4 times, and those dogs started barking and woke me up. So I guess I'm getting ready to sit up and look at I guess I'm gonna look at Shaka Zulu. Y'all know it's my favorite movie. Y'all know I have a crush on Shaka. So I guess I'm gonna sit up and look at Shaka Zulu, or I might look at The Color Purple. Maybe I'll look at something happy. I ain't got no damn rose. I ain't got no damn rose. Got no damn rose. Damn rose. Mr. Parker is twisted. Oh my god. Mr. Parker is twisted. Listen, I don't use no toys. Okay, if I'm gonna get some, don't get look. It might be some good church going folks on here, Mr. Parker, but I don't use no toys. If I can't get the real thing, I don't want it. Mr. Parker, why you trying to get me off of the lie? Oh, I gotta go to church tomorrow anyway, so yeah, I gotta go to church tomorrow. I forgot I goes to church on Saturdays now. I be forgetting to oversleeping because I be tired. Mr. Parker crazy. He said I need to pull out my rose. He's sick. I ain't got no rose, but hey, no offense to people that have roses. They uses the Lord have mercy. Alabama Hitter, where you at? He up. He in here. He said he in the bushes. What you got going on, Hitter? I like this pink outfit that I got. And I'm gonna wear it too. That's what I'm gonna wear it with. It's more of a springy outfit. I got the it's a Victoria's Secret's pink tights. I have never worn it. Still got the tag on it. What's that? What? I need to take some of these back because I got extra large. And I've been losing that weight, taking them supplements. And extra large tights is loose on me now. So I need large and medium, okay? Okay, Mr. Parker, have a good night. Thank you for being a moderator tonight, okay? Mr. Parker tried to get me off because he was ready to get off. He should have just went ahead and just said good night. So y'all, it's just us, okay? I guess everybody else is, I don't know who, it's 71 people in here. All of my moderators are gone, so I don't know who is in here. It's got 71 people in the bushes because it's only like two people at this point that's coming in the chat. So it's 60 something people in the bushes. So I wish some of the 60 something people, at least 30 people, come out of the bushes and tell me who you are. I would like to know who you are. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you, CMG, if you come out and say hello, as long as you're not disrespectful. Okay. Miss Muffin says she's still here. Okay. Who else is in the bushes? Y'all come out of the bushes tonight. It's almost 1:00 in the morning. I mean, you don't have to stay in the bushes. I could see if I was a hostile person. Okay. Because we're just chilling right now. We're just chilling. Oh Lord. Well, anyways, y'all, I guess I'm just gonna get off too. Nobody's saying nothing. So I'm just getting ready to look at TV. But hey, I enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight. It's 65 people in here. I can't believe nobody is wanting to say anything out because I'm in a chatty mood. I really am. I'm in a chatty mood tonight, but nobody wants to really say anything, about nothing. And before y'all go with your twisted minds, I've never worked on the Young Dolph's case, okay? I've never worked the Young Dolph's case. I've never tried to get information for the Young Dolph's case. They had always kept Young Dolph's case top secret, okay? Yeah. And even to a degree now, there's a lot of things that people just don't know about the case, right? Yeah. That's a lot of things people just don't know because they keep it they're very protective over their case. So Young Dolph always had. And I think I was looking at a video the other day, and I don't know why I keep saying the Secret Service. It was the CIA, so that crack phone codes and stuff that was brought in to do some work as it relates to his case early on. I don't know who's working on that case now. I don't know anything about it. Other than basically kind of what we see now, right? I learned at this point when you all learn. So I know nothing. That's, like I said, is a case that they keep extremely close, and I don't ask any questions about it. But yeah, I do. It was the CIA early on that was that, and they, as they did with the young lady in Alabama. Remember, they brought in the CIA when they thought that she had been kidnapped and all of that, to do some things, right? As it relates to tracing her and her movements. And I do believe sky cams and stuff like that, but the FBI got access to that with those sky cams. And I know that for a fact because I was at this probably about 3 years ago. I was at this, I was hired to do some work, some video work for a Republican. There was this prosecutor that was running for judge. Okay. And so I was there at their meeting, and Republicans are very strategic, and they all come together on one accord, something that seemed like the Democrats can't do. And anyways, he was this prosecutor was kind of laughing about how a guy ran from out of his backyard. And he says, I was standing there doing some yard work in my backyard, and this guy ran from behind my house. And he said about 30 seconds later, I saw two police officers run. He was like, my mind told me these officers are chasing this guy. He said, so then I drop everything I'm doing in my yard and I start running behind the guy to help the police officers, right? And so he says that I got curious, and so he was like, I called over there to the FBI, and I was like, I would like to see how much of an ass I looked running and chasing that guy, right? And he said they got him that sky cam. And that's how he said, and we were all in the office just laughing, and we was laughing at me. I looked like an ass. I said, ain't this some shit? And he said that in that meeting, and that's on my daddy's grave. I said, ain't this some shit? They pulling the sky cams for somebody to see how they looked chasing a guy. That's why I always say I'm trying to figure out why ain't no cases that was solved. Because I mean, they got the high equipment and technology to do whatever they want to do. I do too, a Christian, because my phone went off. What area did they abduct that little girl in? It seemed like there have been a lot of abductions going on of these little girls around the Tennessee area. See, that's why I want to start talking about that again more. If people come together on one accord and raise enough noise, they will. Pretty soon, y'all know how these boys be running around here with these masks on. They're gonna ban that number one. But pretty soon, and I think the military already got it. They have equipment to be able to scan those masks or something. Somebody was telling me, I don't know verbatim what they said, but they fixing that too. So they think they're gonna be going burglarizing and robbing folks and shit with these masks on. And that's gonna be a thing of the past real soon. Oh, anyway, so I gotta get off of here. I gotta go to church in the morning. I gotta go to church, and I do need to go to church. I do need to go to church. It helps to balance me out because I be so stressed out and I work so hard all week long. And then tomorrow, I think that's gonna happen. They're gonna ban those ski masks. And then tomorrow, I'm going to when I get home tomorrow, I will go what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot what I was curious to say. I'll get on live. Okay. But I ain't get ready to do shit, sit up here, and look at TV with my drinking coffee with my weapons next to me. So because at one time my dogs was barking. I wish a bitch would come up in here or even try. I'm gonna start shooting through the door before they even get in the door. Okay. And that's another thing, ladies. I think women need to start taking classes to defend themselves. Need to start learning how to shoot. Also, you need to know how to handle an intruder. Folks be sitting all up, cap and all in the corner, ball up in the corner with their gun and shit shaking, waiting on that motherfucker to walk through to come through the door. Why didn't you shoot through the damn door? Well, I had to wait till he get in. Better him than you. You start popping through that door. You ought to have some cameras on the outside of your door. And every camera don't need to be seen. Okay, make sure you hide them real good. And when you start shooting at their asses before they come. You better, as they say, you better Swiss cheese the door. Why would I let somebody have an opportunity to get an aim and walk up in my house and I hear them coming in? I'm gonna start letting that thing roll. Okay, I'm gonna have all of them next to me. I'm gonna start letting that motherfucker roll. And somebody mama just gonna be buying a black dress. That's it. And so, it's time for women to stop being victims, okay? Because I ain't no damn victim. Right, self-defense. They worried about what the police gonna say. I mean, when you do it, just call the police and tell them, somebody attempted to break up into my house. My life was, I felt like my life was, I feared for my life. Come and scrape this shit up off of my doorstep and take it to the damn incinerator or whatever they call it. Okay. Put it in a meat bag and take it to the incinerator and burn it up. Okay. Because you done killed it. Anyway, Sean, I'm gonna get off of here so I can look at TV. But listen, I enjoy being on here with you guys tonight, okay? As I always do. All right. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. We're gonna talk tomorrow.